What's the name of this page? Hey, what's the name of this page? Hopefully they can hear it. Hopefully they can hear it. We're going live. We're doing this. We're doing this damn thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this damn thing. It's Father's Day. Hello, Kevin Simpson. Wayne, how y'all doing? It's Father's Day out there. Yeah, let me get these shared out and then we'll get started. Hopefully y'all can hear everything. Hopefully everything's working good on here. And we can get into some news. It's Father's Day. Hope all y'all woke y'all's ass up and told your daddy happy Father's Day. Or you waited till he woke up. Don't go in and wake him up. What should wake him up is the aroma of a lovely breakfast. Waffles, bacon, coffee, biscuits and gravy with sausage in it. That should be what wakes him up. The smell of it. He's in there. What is it? Is it Christmas time? No, it's Father's Day. Wake up there. He should wake up like that every morning. Should be a national holiday every day. Unlike Mike calling up here about Juneteenth. Don't nobody give a rat's ass about Juneteenth. He called yesterday during the game and said, Mike, since Juneteenth was signed, what changed for you? What has changed for you? Well, I'm not oppressed no more. So you're telling me you were oppressed before Juneteenth? They create this shit to divide us. And y'all suckers out there eat it up. Mark, what's going on, Mark? Jamie Chapman FES? Is it unofficially Jamie Chapman FES? I don't see the live. Yeah, I don't see the live on here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Jamie Chapman FES, there it is. Jamie Chapman FES. That's a video. It said live though. Let's refresh this. Live now. All right, there we go. There we go. Jamie Chapman FES. Unofficially FES show. That's what it is. Unofficially FES show. On YouTube. You want to check it out. Then you can just watch the news with us as we watch the news. We go through and see what's going on. Let me finish sharing this out and then we'll get started. But I hope y'all having a lovely day. It was sprinkling this morning when I woke up. It's sort of cloudy out there right now. I'd say it's about 80 degrees. I don't have a thermometer in here on me. Hold on a minute. I left my thermometer in my other shirt. I'm just giving you a estimated guess. I'm doing like the news does. All right. Get that shared out. Tamika, what's up, girl? Melissa, thank you for the Happy Father's Day. Joseph. Happy Father's Day, Joseph. It should be celebrated every day. Michael, how you doing? Colton. Yeah, this is a Joe Biden support group. Somebody's got to support his old ass. His dog died. Oh, we got that story in here. And look, watch and see if somebody big name don't die in the next couple of days. Every time they run a story about a dog dying, somebody famous dies. High up normally in the military. I don't know what that has to do with it. I was talking to Drizzy last night. I think it's because they tend to coincide that with God, because dog is God spelled backwards. I don't know how they do it, but remember John McCain's dog died? John McCain died. Is it just a coincidence? I think not. Lugina, thank you, ma'am. Happy Father's Day. I'm just waiting on my breakfast and my foot massage. Can't get a foot massage. So let's get into the news. And if one of y'all shoot the number to me, where's Cassie at? She ain't even come in here and said Happy Father's Day or nothing. Where's Cassie? Because you can't be a mother without a father. You can't. We should get all the credit. We should get, on Mother's Day, y'all shouldn't get to celebrate it by half a day. The rest of the time should go back to the fathers. Let's go. Camera in the corner. Let's see what we got going on here. It was voter fraud. It was a voter fraud factory. Second Carter Jones reporter describes complete breakdown of Georgia election system. Ballots everywhere. No chain of custody. Complete disarray. And we had a video. So let's see what the video shows. Raffensperger, you're in trouble, mister. Earlier this week, a Fulton County, Georgia election official admitted that the chain of custody documents that are legally required per state law are missing from the 2020 election. Who would be held accountable for that? Well, I say it starts at the top. So that'd be Kemp and Raffensperger. Those two bitches need to be investigated and see what the hell their dirty hands. Another one is that old gap-toothed gal, lovely lady, weighs about 350. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Stacey Abrams, that's got her paws and mitts and fingerprints all over this bullshit that went on here in Atlanta. Now, what the hell has Stacey Abrams got to do with anything to do with the election? Who is she? Oh, she's the one that couldn't admit that she lost the first election. Her election. Remember that? She come out and said, they cheated. Still ain't conceded. Gap-toothed, skanky ass, race-baiting bitch. We don't need to get off on foot like that. Not on a Father's Day. State Election Board report, post-election executive summary, January 12, 2021. Stephen Hill Strategies has been contracted by the State Election Board to serve as an independent, nonpartisan monitor for the pre-election process in Fulton County, leading up to the November 3rd, 2020 general election, and for any subsequent runoffs. SHS will observe absentee ballot request processing procedures, absentee ballot processing scanning, early voting procedures, and actual ballot counting on election day and beyond. They dropped the ball. County Center in chaos with a complete lack of proper control. Remember they had Miss Ruby. Counter Ruby Freeman with piles of ballots, walking past boxes of ballots, working alone in queues with no GOP observers in sight. Ruby. Oh, the video and tweet was removed from Twitter, but we found the video on YouTube and they're saving a copy. Now, why would they take it off Twitter? Because they don't want people to know. They don't. Tylen will be calling in a little while. He'll be going, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the video, Tylen. Watch it.
Testing. COVID testing. COVID testing. Oh, my God.
She got her mask right here.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, you know, I just got back yesterday after 10 days and I had just got tested. Hold on. Baby girl, you okay? Breathe. Sniff.
Take your mask off, dumbass.
You don't need no asthma pump. You okay, baby? Bonus registration. Yeah, they had a scare. Hey, they had a scare at the warehouse, so we all had to get tested again. Yeah, so we getting tested for COVID, and I got 50 million ballots. Y'all know I work 7 days a week, 12 to 13 hours a day. Where's my other baby girl? I don't see
7
her.
days a week. That bitch ain't worked a day in the last year. Work. You don't know what work is. Put your mask on right, Ruby.
Like a champ.
Why is your mask down below your nose?
See you. Okay.
It's not going to keep you safe, Ruby.
Time to go back to work. Get the ballots done.
Yeah, get the ballots done.
Oh, my God. It's
we
not
got to stop tonight at 10 o'clock.
Don't let your nostrils be dry. Because you will burn up. Hey. Hey, Star. Hey. Yeah, so.
You can tell she's woke. She's got purple hair.
We're here.
Purple hair means woke.
Registration and election.
Carmen,
Fulton County,
cover your nose. That's why cover her nose.
Yeah.
She don't care about it.
I got here at 5:45. I'll leave about 7 or 8.
5:45. Stop lying, Ruby. We seen your ass in there after 10 o'clock.
Oh, you know, right.
It's on the video.
Right. Thank you. When you get the testing, you have to move it from your nose. And then after the testing, you got to be able to breathe. I mean, because it's...
Okay. She covered it then.
I get my little steps in, so I'm going to get the steps.
Yeah, get your steps in.
Oh, my God.
Well, look at her hair, purple.
Yeah, they
that's
say
a woke. That's one of the first signs that tells you that she's woke.
No, I definitely
that and them funky-ass glasses that she's got on. Because everybody's got to be special.
Turn it 3 times. That ain't going to happen. So I let them do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, this is a video that we showed you.
What's going on?
Oh, and
So
she's all fine and dandy as long as
I
she's
got a lot
happy.
of work to do, y'all.
Piss her off and see how she acts.
So I'm working 7 days a week.
You ain't working no 7
Yes,
days
I
a week.
did do it on purpose because I have to drown out the noise. No, I said so I heard, I hear everything. You know what they say about that little rat in the carpet. Well, I hear everything. So they were saying,
But
I know
she's
she
a
did it
rat.
on purpose. And I was like, I heard them. So I say, yes, I did do it on purpose because I have to drown out the noise because y'all talk on purpose. So I said, okay, let's make a deal. Y'all stop talking and I'll stop with the music. Didn't nobody say nothing. They was like, they just couldn't believe it. I came back. I'm like, I ain't having it. I got real stressed out. The real deal was I got so stressed out, y'all. I had to have surgery on my eye because then it built up this big knot on my eye. So they had to cut it open, get it out and everything. And I came back. I said, I'm not holding my mouth. I'm not holding my mouth. And then I watched that
I
movie,
guarantee you
y'all,
money
with,
she ain't never held her mouth. She don't know how
I
to
watched
be
that movie, y'all,
civil.
with Queen Latifah, last holiday, when she thought she was going to die. And she was just telling it like it is without being mean. She was telling it. I watched that movie too. I came back pumped up. I came back ready. I was ready for him. I was ready for him. So I said, if y'all
Your hair's
stop
still
talking, then I will stop playing my gospel music. We have to make a deal.
You don't need to be listening to no damn gospel music. Stop acting
So
like you a
anyway,
Christian,
I'm going back to work
Ruby.
now. Hey Renee, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you. I'm glad you like my eyewear. Honey, Fulton County. Got a pen. I need some glasses. I got to see out of here, farsighted, computer, bifocal, and then the sunglass thing. Oh yeah, I said go on and give me the whole kit and caboodle. Ain't no sense in playing. Give me all of it.
Give her all of it.
Give me all of it. So I
Government's
love
paying for
y'all.
it.
Ciao. Look out for my different posts. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right. Ciao, everybody. Pray for us. Voters registration and election, Fulton County, downtown ATL. Pray for us.
We
Yeah,
praying
I
y'all
don't
quit
get on the
cheating.
phone. That's not my assignment. I can't get on the phone. Brenda, bucket. Okay. I'll be talking to y'all all day because I love y'all. I miss everybody.
You don't do nothing. Stop lying, Ruby. So that's her videoing herself at work up there just walking around doing bullshit. Sandy Spock's Arizona audit, Spock's Randy Pullen. The report is going to come out, and there's no doubt that it will be challenged. What report? Oh, because they were counting the Braille ballots. Qualify control checks to ensure the final report will stand in court when the findings are released. The paper examination will be completed by June 26. The Gateway's pundits Jordan Conradson spoke to audit spokesperson Randy Pullen to ask about the next steps after the Coliseum lease ends in June. Randy told him that once they're finished examining the ballots, they will produce the final report. Randy said the report is going to come out, and there's no doubt that it will be challenged. You damn good and well that the Democrats are going to come out and go, we didn't cheat your land. Well, we got video proof showing you cheated. The My Pillow guys got actual data where it went from here to Germany, here to different countries, and come back. I thought that stuff wasn't supposed to be hooked up to the internet, but it was. It was, and this is trending. It was a voter fraud factory. Describes complete breakdown of the Georgia election system. It was a complete voter fraud factory. 52 ballots. All right, Maricopa Audit Liaison says they need to investigate anomalies, like 52 ballots submitted from a 2-bedroom home. 52 come from that one house. They had them stacked up in the bathroom. 4 people. They had bunk beds in the shower. Where'd they come from? Where'd all them ballots come from that one house? Oh, but there ain't no cheating going on, Jamie. You can't say there's cheating going on. Well, I can say there's some questions that need to be asked and answered and not shut down because you don't like the way it's leaning. You didn't have a problem going Russia for 3 years. You didn't have a problem with that. Even when you knew from the get-go, before they even opened up that damn investigation, that Donald Trump had not colluded with the Russians, they knew it beforehand. And they still went ahead anyway with their bullshit narrative to try to keep the masses, the asleep sheep, in line going, Trump's bad, Trump's. Now, they didn't just steal from conservative Republicans when they did this. They technically stole from you too because your vote didn't count. Just because the guy that you voted for won, don't matter. They fixed it. It didn't stand a chance who was going to win. They had already predetermined who they were going to have in there. Your vote didn't count. These people are sitting up there picking who they're going to put in office. And none of our votes count. Republican or Democrats, none of them count. Cassie, how you doing, Cassie? Angela, good morning. Faith, Carmen, how y'all doing? Sipping on fire, how you doing, Sipping? Man, Drizzy sent me a video that cut from that hacker interview we did the other day. Man, I was laughing my ass off this morning watching that. That shit is funny as hell. So hopefully it'll be ready to be released by Friday. We're waiting on another person to edit a video. We're tying them together, and we're gonna release it Friday. But it's funny as hell. I was laughing my ass off, but I laugh about just about anything. I'm crazy. Let's see. Let's go back to that. New book alleges Mike Pence praised Trump aide for unloading on Trump over Charlottesville response. Well, Mike Pence is a traitor. Look at his face, like he's concerned. See how he's doing his lips? Traitor. CDC senior scientist and whistleblower. We trashed data showing vaccine autism link in African American boys. But y'all want to listen to the CDC. These people are trashing data that shows that the vaccine is giving autism to African Americans. Take it. Mike, did you get your shot? Tylen, how about you? Ghoulish. Bodies of a Confederate general and his wife dug up and moved from Memphis grave. Is that some more of the woke people coming out trying to make things right? You're not supposed to be moving bodies. That's grave robbing. Nathan Bedford Forrest and his wife Mary Ann Montgomery have been dug up as part of the left's efforts to remove all markers and monuments to the historic council. The bodies are now being held in an undisclosed location until they can be brought to their new resting place at the Sons of Confederate Veterans National Confederate Museum in Columbia, Tennessee. This is just sick. You got to dig up somebody's body. And these people out here spray painting monuments and statues and stuff because they don't like it. Because their damn purple wigs are too tight or something. Happy Father's Day 2021. Happy Father's Day! Bogus fact check site used by Google lists all conservative outlets as low credibility, but lists all far left and liberal mainstream outlets as high credibility. Well, that sounds about right. Outrageous. Georgia Secretary of State Raffensperger received a report showing egregious election issues, yet he canceled the report and claimed state had safe, secure, and honest elections. Raffensperger, you're a liar, sir. And where's our law enforcement at in this country? Where are y'all at? Why ain't y'all doing something about this? Florida Governor DeSantis sends law enforcement officers to help with the border crisis in Texas. He said, y'all need some help down there? We'll send some of our boys in blue. They can come down there and help you tidy up your border down there where all these illegals are coming over, trafficking children and women. 80% of them are raped. Y'all okay with that, leftists? Guess y'all are okay with that. Now, I brought that up yesterday with Mike when he was talking about, told him we was going to get him a boyfriend because he felt insecure. He said, why are you going to get me a boyfriend? Well, you seem like you need somebody to make you feel safe or something. You said you were oppressed. Get you a boyfriend. And then he went off on gay people. He don't like gay people. Uh-oh. Organizer of out-of-control, drug-fueled Washington Square Park raves that have turned Landmark into a violent no-go zone for residents says his First Amendment right to be there. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie, please.
This is him.
Hey, it's me!
What's up now? How you doing, girl?
Oh my gosh, how you been?
I've been doing good. How you been doing? It's Father's Day today.
Oh my gosh, I know, Daddy. Happy Father's Day. Oh my goodness. You look so sexy today. I don't know if it's because it's Father's Day or what.
It's cause it's Father's Day.
Gracious.
It's cause it's Father's Day.
Oh my goodness. Well, I meant to call you the other day and let you know that Mike and Thailand, you know, since it's Pride Month and everything.
Uh-huh.
Did you know they came out?
Mike and Tyler come out?
Yes. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know they come out.
Yeah, they did. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can believe that they come out.
I can believe it too. I can believe it too. I was just waiting. I knew they were going to wait till Pride Month, though. I just knew it.
It is Pride Month, ain't it?
Yeah, that's why they came out.
Look, and they just passed Juneteenth the other day. It's some kind of celebration. Mike said it gives black people independence. I said, you didn't have independence before?
They just don't even know. They just don't even know.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to, hopefully Michael or Tyler will give us a call.
Yeah, because they need to confirm it. They need to confirm it. I didn't want to do the coming out for him, but it sounds like I did.
Yeah. I'm glad you let all of us know. We appreciate it. Maybe we.
I figured you needed to know.
Yeah, maybe we can get them a rainbow flag or something for their celebration.
Ooh, maybe we can raise some money. They can get like some rainbows tattooed on their ass or something.
Oh, how would that
Matching one.
Yeah, I don't know how that would show up on a black person. A rainbow tattoo.
Okay, Sexy. Well, you have a good rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the call.
Okay, Sexy. I love you, baby.
All right, thank you. Have a good one now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I don't know. We got a video here. It says New York police. The cops released a photo of a person of interest wanted in connection to a New York City sidewalk shooting after gunman fired wildly at a pedestrian and missed, hitting two kids aged 10 and 5. He just run over there and was just, I'm showing the video over there. You can see it. I don't know how he didn't hit somebody. I don't know if this was this guy's kids or what, but he's got a mask on, and then they got a picture of a person of interest right there. Shared an updated image on social media Saturday night of a person of interest wanted in connection to the shooting. Showed a gunman opening fire on 24-year-old Hassan Wright around 6:45 on Thursday in Sheridan Avenue in the Bronx. Wright is seen knocking into two children, a 10-year-old girl and a 5-year-old brother. See, it don't say if they were related to him. He looks like he was using them for cover. It looks like, I don't know. Took off with another suspect on a scooter. They need to catch this guys and go ahead and put him out of his misery. Uh-oh. Meghan Markle reveals she bought Harry a bench with an inscribed plaque for his first Father's Day. Says her children's book. Her children's book named The Bench is a love story about life with the royal in Good Times or Bad. An interview aired on U.S. radio today. Don't nobody give a rat's ass what Meghan Markle says. And that baby ain't yours. Meghan, what kind of scam y'all trying to pull on America? That baby ain't your baby. We were open before the rest of the country. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom blamed soaring crime and 50% increase in murders on Republicans into COVID restrictions early and lax gun laws. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why the crime rates have soared in Atlanta. Because of COVID. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Maybe it's because your ass shouldn't be mayor, Keisha. You don't know what you're doing, Keisha. Maybe it's because you charged officers that were doing their job because somebody got upset because his skin color, the criminal was black. So you cannot, I reckon that's what they want. I reckon that's where they're trying to get us to. Nobody of any skin color other than white can be charged with a crime in this country. If they are, it's just a injustice. It's just injustice. Well, hold on. Let's go back. Let's scroll back right here. This gentleman right here, I would say he's a person of color. In the video, that gentleman right there looks like a person of color. And he's shooting at him. Now, is this guy right here, the person of interest, if that's him, shooting at this fella on the sidewalk with them two little kids there, is this guy innocent? Is he? Where you at, Tylen and Mike? I'd like for you to call me and tell me. Is that person of color innocent? Because that's where 80%, 70 to 80% of your crime rate in the black community comes from a person of color. I'm just telling you the numbers. Don't get mad at me. Get on here. Biden's national security advisor defends wait and see approach to Putin as Russian ambassador returns to Washington amid signs that frosty relations are thawing. Don't worry about what Russia's doing, and Russia stay out of our shit. How about that? Pickup truck plows into Fort Lauderdale Pride Parade, killing one. Oh, he must have been mad at them gays. The LGBT community must have been mad at him. He plowed into them. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Thailand.
Oh, Tylen, how you doing? Are you a father, Tylen?
No.
Oh. Did you call your father?
I wish I could. He passed away.
Oh, you're sorry to hear your father's passed away? How about you got any brothers or anything that are fathers?
Yeah. I call my brother and my nephews. I got,
There you go.
I shout it out a happy Father's Day to you.
All right, I appreciate you. Yeah, tell them. Yeah, it's nice.
And I'm not gay. Women have.
Somebody said you come out and be gay.
I'm saying if I want to have sex in the anus, I'll just go to a woman. They have them too. You know?
Yeah, but was it?
You know that?
Yeah, I know that, but if you're receiving the sex in the anus.
Oh, why would I be doing that?
I don't know.
And even still, why would I could get a woman to do that?
I don't know.
Why would I want to take me all on me?
I don't know what's going on. So what else you got going on today?
What was you just saying? I call and say 80% of the crime in the black community is committed by black people.
Yeah, 70 to 80% of crimes in the black community are committed by black people.
What about in the white community? How many crimes are committed by white people in that community? 70, 80%?
No, it ain't 70, 80. The majority of violent crimes in this country are committed by black people.
There's no way, Jay.
Okay.
How could it be? You know,
I don't.
Did you know if that was the case?
Just like this video I'm showing right here. Just like this video right here I'm showing of this black guy chasing this black guy down, shooting him in the street. Now I wonder what white guy did that.
I didn't say black people can't be violent just like white people can be violent.
Yeah, but I said the majority of the crimes in it. It's got to do with the way you're raised and how you act.
Well, violent crimes, they're usually committed by men, right?
The majority of crimes are committed by men. Yes, violent crimes.
Correct. And if so, like a lot of women would commit violent crimes. So if it's only like 6 million black guys, that means every black guy got to be doing some type of violent crime, Jamie.
The majority of them are, according to the numbers.
Even the Republicans, they play one time.
Huh?
The Republican black, you know, the Brandon Tatum's and the Jesse Lee Peterson, they commit.
No, because most of them are acting. They act decent.
They can't be. They can't be. The numbers don't support you.
What do you mean they can't be? Well, I don't see Jesse Lee Peterson being charged with any crimes. I didn't say all black people. I didn't say all black people.
Most, just like you said, not all, but most.
That's right. That's what he says. You just don't want to admit it.
Admit what?
That the majority of violent crimes in the who commits the majority of violent crimes in the black community?
The same who commits the majority in the white community.
What, black people? You're right. You're correct. You're correct. Black people. You're correct. Black people.
Your numbers don't support you, bro.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Oh, yes, they do.
It ain't nothing but white people in West Virginia. What about them crime rates? They're violent, right?
Say it again.
West Virginia. The all-white communities of West Virginia and Kentucky and Montana. And Utah. All them crime rates. So those white people are violent, right? That's all white people doing that. So,
but the population numbers in them communities ain't the same as they are like in New York, California, Atlanta, where you have a majority of people of color. And that's what I'm saying. People of color, it ain't just black people. Y'all lump yourself in with everybody just because your pigmentation. Just because your pigmentation is different.
I kind of know you don't know what Juneteenth meant.
I don't give a rat's ass about Juneteenth.
Let me break it down.
I don't care about Juneteenth.
Why is it making you so mad? You don't care that Republicans freed the slaves? I thought you loved that.
I don't care about Juneteenth.
You don't care that the Republicans freed the slaves? Wow.
So what? Tell me this. What else? How did it benefit you with them signing that into law?
It didn't benefit anyone.
So it's just something else pandering to somebody to make them feel good.
Jamie, you see how late y'all be to the party? We've been celebrating Juneteenth.
What do you mean late to the party?
You're late to the party.
You ain't never celebrated. I'd never heard of Juneteenth before last year. I told you that. I had never heard about it.
You're not black, Jamie.
Oh my! So I had to be black to hear about it.
I'm from Akron, Ohio.
So I had to be black to hear about it?
Listen, yes, we had a parade every year.
Well, let's see. You went to the same schools I went to. You went to public schools?
No, I'm not from here. I'm from Ohio.
Well, you went to public schools, correct?
Yes.
Never mentioned a word about it. Never mentioned a word about it in school. Never. So what? So the black community was the only ones talking about it?
We have to keep stuff like that.
What?
Y'all won't believe it, like critical race theory. Y'all believe
I don't believe you about your critical race theory. I see a lot of parents. I see a lot of parents coming out against that because it's racist. It's segregation.
What part is racist? You haven't read it, but what part is racist?
Separating the races.
What part? You haven't read it though.
Well, you tell me what it is then, Tyler. You let us know.
I just told you. I told you the last time. I'm gonna give you a lesson from critical race theory.
Okay, give me a lesson.
Like this.
Give me a lesson.
13th Amendment has a clause in it that says you can get free labor from prisoners, right? And during that time, the slave patrol was around. Now, after slavery was abolished, the slave patrol would pick up slaves for not having ID and a place to live. Just after being free from slavery, how would they expect them to have it?
I don't know.
See, that's what critical race theory teaches, shit like that, like how the system uses.
What teaches you it teaches you to focus on the past, so you got something to complain about.
It tells you the past, so we don't repeat.
So it shows you. Well, hold on a minute, because they're trying to segregate stuff now. They want only black colleges. They want only black colleges. They don't want whites on their college. Is that not discrimination?
You realize why they college.
No, I said now.
No, I'm saying it's a white girl who graduated from Howard. What are you talking
No,
about?
I said now. They're wanting to make it where it's only
Howard
black. Man, I know you heard the stories where they had these kids in school. Let's stop for a second. You breathe.
I think it's a white girl just graduated from a black.
Whoopity-doo. Who gives a rat's ass? Who cares? I guarantee you money that white girl that graduated from, where'd you say, Morehouse? Howard. That white girl that graduated from Howard, I guarantee you money, I would be willing to bet that she is a liberal moron. I would be willing to bet she's a liberal moron because she graduated from college.
Breathe, Jay. You didn't even graduate from high school.
And I'm not a liberal moron either. And I'm not a liberal moron either. I don't have to focus on shit that happened before I was born that makes me still seem that I'm a damn victim. You got the same rights in this country that I have.
Listen, Jay, did your father leave your father something?
No, my father didn't leave my father something.
So y'all was poor?
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
Why is that amazing? There's poor people all over this country. Black people ain't the only poor people in this country. Is Oprah Winfrey poor?
Is she the only black person in this country?
No. Am I the only white person in this country?
It's hella y'all.
What do you mean there's hella y'all? Because it's a bunch of us, that means it's different. I got you.
That means
You're just a victim, Tylen.
I'm not a victim.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, because you worried about something that happened 400 years ago. It don't affect you today. Not in one way does it affect you today. There's laws against discrimination. There's laws against racism, which is, I don't think. Huh?
That's not my
What?
last name.
Well, what's your last name?
It's some motherfucking slave, man.
What is your last name then?
Bergen.
What is your last name?
It's a German name.
What is your last name, Tylen?
Why?
What you said it wasn't your name, so what is your name?
X.
Your name is X?
Island X.
You see, you're trying to separate yourself because you think your shit don't stink, and it does. Your shit stinks just like everybody else's. You're a person. You're a human. You're just like everybody else on this planet, except you're a victim. And you get to get away with being a victim because it.
Oh, now you get. That's what sounds like you bad because you can't get away with it.
Oh, I don't give a rat's. I don't care. I don't care.
You do a little bit.
No, I don't. I get tired of listening to you whining ass bitches out there. I get tired of listening to women because you sound like a woman. You sound like a woman.
Calm down.
You calm down.
I'm a bitch though?
Yes. You sound like a bitch.
What?
Because you're whining about shit that don't have nothing to do with you.
Why am I a bitch?
I don't know why you a bitch. Probably because you wasn't raised right. Probably because you weren't raised right. Probably because you weren't raised right.
But I was raised right.
Apparently you weren't. Apparently you weren't.
I don't have any kids. I take care of my responsibility. So how
okay.
Raised right?
Then what are you whining about? Then what are you whining about? What are you whining about?
You had 2 abortions.
What are you whining? Don't worry about what I did.
Listen, so your mom and dad let
Don't worry about what I did. No, my mom and dad didn't do it. I did it.
No, but they raised you, right?
Yes.
So you weren't raised right by your mom and dad.
I'm not complaining about shit that happened 400 years ago.
I'm not either.
You are.
But I was complaining. I'm just trying to learn.
You don't have to learn me about. I know about slavery. If you want reparations, let's go to Africa. Let's go to Africa. Hey, you want reparations?
What have I ever blamed you
for slavery?
So what have I ever
well, let's see. You just said, did your daddy leave your daddy something? Yeah. Or my granddaddy leave my daddy something? What's that got to do with anything? Did your daddy leave you something? Did your daddy leave you something? So your daddy didn't accumulate anything in his life?
Unfortunately, he did not. He didn't. But my mom did.
So how did she do that?
She was smart.
Oh, so you're saying the majority of black people ain't smart then?
No.
Well, then how did your mama do it?
That is the majority.
How did your mom? You just said your mama did it by being smart.
Okay. So my dad not doing it is saying the majority of black people isn't. Why wouldn't the majority of black people be smart since my mom?
I don't know. You tell me.
See how you
You tell me.
See, man.
Yeah, see how I think? It depends on the person. It all comes back to personal. People are responsible for themselves.
My mom was smart. You said your dad wasn't smart?
Huh?
What you got out of that? And most black people are.
Well, I got guns and stuff from my dad.
Hey, Jamie, you didn't even know what a natural born citizen was.
I know exactly what a natural born citizen is.
No, you didn't.
And it's not somebody that drags their ass across the damn border to be born in this country.
What do you mean?
People that come up from South America to have babies in this country just so they can claim it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And see, that's the problem. You know what I'm talking about, and then you play dumb. Uh-oh, hold on.
I play like you.
You don't play like me? Hold up, it sounds like somebody donated.
Of course they did.
Uh-oh, we'll see you. Thank you. He don't know his last name. I don't know if he knows his last name or not. He said he don't. Well, if he wants to call himself X, X, how you doing, X? I got to be different because I'm black. Okay, be different. Have fun with it. See where that gets you in life. Furious New York prosecutors dropped looting charges against hundreds arrested during riots last summer, with Manhattan DA too busy building his case against Trump. Well, ain't that just special? People looting. Business owners and residents in New York City are expressing fury at the revelation that prosecutors have dropped looting and rioting charges against hundreds. Rioting charges? I thought that was insurrection. They were burning shit, busting windows, stealing stuff. Oh, but it's all Black Lives Matter. Because everybody's caught up in the bullshit, how they keep us separated. People like Tyler. You don't want to hold people accountable for their own actions. Christy! The majority of people that graduated from college are liberal morons. If your daughter made it through that without being indoctrinated into that, congratulations. Bye, Felicia. His name's Tyler. He don't know his last name. He calls himself X. I call that 10 when I see X. That's 10. Picture: Navy fires thousands of pounds of explosives at the USS Gerald R. Ford, creating a blast equivalent to a 3.9 magnitude earthquake to test the carrier's ability to take a hit in battle. Well, that's hitting the water. That's not hitting the ship. Tropical storm Claudette crashes into Gulf Coast, spawns tornadoes, and drops 11 inches of rain, leading to massive flooding, and is now barreling onward to the East Coast. Uh-oh. So we got storms to look forward to. It's been raining up here a couple of days. Nina Simone's granddaughter blasts Kamala Harris for taking Stars of State away and giving it to white people in 2013, when the then California AG Rule family had illegally diverted millions in assets. Nina Simone's granddaughter. And why is she taking a picture like that? All provocative and stuff. Thank you, Natasha. I reckon that was the hang up on Tyler. Got us to hang up on him. Truck driver who drove a tanker into a group of George Floyd protesters will have all charges dropped if he stays on the right side of the law for a year. What do you mean, drove his tanker on the highway into dumbasses blocking the highway? In case you hadn't ever seen the video of the Rodney King footage where they drugged that truck driver out and busted him in the head with a brick, I would suggest you look at it. And then you tell me what you would do if you come on a throng of people on the freeway. I'm gassing on it. Y'all ain't pulling me out doing that shit. It'd be guts and stuff lubricating my undercarriage for, I wouldn't even have to do no PM for a week. that's beautiful. Look at this imagery. That's Manhattan, New York. Harvey Weinstein's ex Georgina Chapman and her boyfriend Adrian Brody. Harvey Weinstein. Ain't he the one that was raping people to give them parts in movies and stuff? Whatever happened to the Weinsteins? Him and his brother. Ain't heard too much from them, have we? One of them's in prison. He's fighting extradition to the West Coast because he don't want to go out there. American Catherine Sororu, who had been missing in Russia since Tuesday, has been found dead, and a Russian man has been arrested in connection with her death. A former U.S. Marine, 34, who had been missing in Russia. Now, what's that former U.S. Marine doing over in Russia? Probably spying. Oh, my goodness. Washington Post promotes Karen Atta to race and cultural columnist. A year after she said white women were lucky that black people are just calling them Karens and not calling for revenge. Sounds sort of like a veiled threat. There's her tweet. The lies and tears of white women hath wrought. The 1921 Tulsa Massacre. Murder of Emmett Till. Exclusion of black women from feminist movements. 53% of white women voting for Trump. White women are lucky that we're just calling them Karens and not calling for revenge. Well, how dare you dirty bitch. Sounds like you're threatening people. Woke culture ain't really woke. Trump was right again. California will spend $500 million this year to thin its 33 million acres of forest to lessen the chance of wildfires. After former president was laughed at in 2018 for suggesting raking the woodland floor. Right again. That's another one he's right about. Everything he said is true, proven to be true. Future proves past. QAnon. And they like to label QAnon. It's Q. Get it right, dumbasses. It's Q that dropped posts. Anons are the one that researched what he dropped. They don't get that part right. But everything he said has been proven true. Uh-oh. Indian Delta variant could create 2 COVID Americas. Deadly strain that now accounts for 10% of all new cases may rip through under-vaccinated red states while leaving liberal areas unscathed, experts warn. Look at me, I got a lab coat on. I'm a doctor. Okay. Who cares? Brazilian protesters take to the streets and blame President Jair Bolsonaro for country's COVID death toll of 500,000 after he downplayed the seriousness of the pandemic. Well, why don't you blame China? The people at the Wuhan lab, where the shit come from. See, you're trying to place blame somewhere else, and that's what China wants you to do. China don't want you to blame the Wuhan lab. Illinois city of Evanston cancels Independence Day parade over COVID-19 concerns, but allows Juneteenth and Pride celebrations to take place in person. See the difference? You can't have a 4th of July, but you can celebrate gay pride in Juneteenth. Because the Juneteenth people and the gay pride people are the morons out there. You got to keep them happy. Oh, if you don't keep them happy, they might turn on us. goodness. Uh-oh. I like BDSM, so what? Manhattan City Council candidate 26 rose off leaked video of sadomasochistic session with a dominatrix ex-girlfriend. But did he put it online himself to boost failing campaign? Probably. He's a freak in the sheets. Thomas Massey scolded a reporter on Friday who asked about his vaccine status after he said he does not think he needs it because he has built up natural immunity. Ain't none of your damn business if I got. Don't ask, don't tell. Ain't that what y'all said? Don't ask, don't. Oh, but I got to tell you about my vaccine. But y'all said I don't have to tell you if I'm gay in the military. Don't ask, don't tell. But I got to tell you if I'm vaccinated. It ain't none of your damn business. Go worry about your own shit, Karen. No-go zone in iconic Washington Square Park has become a no-go zone law for law-abiding locals after dark amid a string of overnight raids which have descended into chaotic violence. They beat that old lady up. Beat her up. Checking out my new AR, gloating attorney Mark McCloskey shows off his new rifle bought just days after court ordered him and his wife to surrender their weapons used in Black Lives Matter confrontation. Remember, that was the attorneys up there that had people on their lawn talking about burning their house down. They come out with guns. And they said, this is just a peaceful protest. They broke into a gated community to be there on their lawn. And then they charged these people and made them surrender their gun. Bullshit. But he bought him a new one, brand new. That thing still got the new car smell on it. Remorseless and reloaded is what it says, the caption, the headline says. Remorseless and reloaded. Pleading guilty to misdemeanor charges for pointing weapons at unarmed Black Lives Matter protesters. I'm not pleading guilty. Let's go to court with it. Let's go to trial. I need to have a jury of my peers, not them woke-ass sumbitches y'all got over there. And we would be questioning them. Do you support Black Lives Matter? Yes. Get out. You don't need to sit on the jury. Do you support Black Lives Matter? No, it's a terrorist organization. You can stay. And that's that cop-related, that's a show. All right, so we done went through all them news things. Florida gay men's chorus leader driver connected to the group. This was not an attack on the LGBT community. Justin Knight, president of Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus, said Saturday evening that both the driver and the victims of a tragic accident at the Gay Pride Parade were part of his group after the local mayor claimed the crash was deliberate. It wasn't an attack on the LGBT community. X987-654. Mad Max is coming out saying, I'm told organizers for January 6th riot took place in Trump campaign. Who told you that, Mad Max? Who told you that? I'm told that people inside unlocked the doors and let people in. Well, let's look at the video. They got 16,000 hours of videotape up there from inside. Let's look. X22 was talking about it. Somebody's looking to subpoena that footage to see, because the door was locked. 6 minutes later, it wasn't. So let's see who unlocked it. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you come from?
Happy Father's Day to all my ancestors who were hung unwrongfully.
Your fathers were hung?
Yeah, all my ancestors.
All your ancestors were hung?
Say what?
All your ancestors were hung?
Yeah, they were.
They hung all your ancestors?
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to them, man.
Happy Father's Day to them.
Yeah, I just wanted the world to know that. We forgot.
We don't care.
Huh?
We don't care.
Why you don't care, man?
Because I don't give a rat's ass. You don't really care either. You don't care either. That's a sad thing.
I do care, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
They live the short
Mike,
life.
Mike,
They live the short
Mike,
life, man.
Mike. How much time have you spent? How much time have you spent in your community, the black community, teaching young black men how to act? How much time?
I dedicated my whole life to that, man.
No, you don't. Well, tell me what you do. Well, then tell me what you do.
I keep the youth out of trouble, man.
How?
We play basketball every day to keep them out the streets, stay away from drugs and all that.
Why don't you sit down and read a book with them, Mike?
I do. I actually do read a book with them every day.
What book you read?
It depends. I got 7 through 10-year-olds, so we just read a normal book.
Which one is it? Give us a title.
Like yesterday, we was reading what's the White Fox? You ever heard of White Fox?
No, I had never heard of White Fox.
Well, you need to read a book.
Is that sounds like it's putting white people down?
No, it's just a book called White Fox. Man, stop trying to be racist. You gotta
Well, what is it about? Tell us what it's about.
It's about this young guy he was in the wilderness by himself, and a fox helped him get back to his house.
Fox did.
Yeah.
How'd that fox know where he lived at?
I don't know. It was a smart fox, man. That's why they call it White Fox.
Was it a white guy or a black guy that the fox helped?
I don't know. I mean, they was from Colorado, so probably a white guy.
Probably a white guy?
Yeah.
You think that fox would have helped a black guy out?
It probably would. A fox don't look at color, man.
He don't.
Like y'all, man.
He don't look at color? What you mean, y'all? You mean you?
Nah, man.
Yeah, you the one that calls it. Every time you call up here, Mike, it's something to do with celebrating the black community. Every time. I don't ever hear you call up here and say, Happy White History Day. I don't ever hear you say that.
It ain't no White History Day.
If there wasn't no white history, Mike, there wouldn't be no black history.
Like Hitler.
Okay.
History like Hitler. They mass
History like Hitler.
people.
Yeah, I know. Black people's never killed anybody. Black people's never killed or did anything wrong. Black people are saints.
They ain't mass murdered a race.
They hadn't?
Never did mass murder a race.
They ain't did that? Didn't they do that in Africa? Didn't they mass murder different tribes of people of the same color?
I'm talking about America.
Well, Hitler wasn't in America. What are you talking about?
Slavery came from America.
Hitler wasn't in America, and slavery didn't come from America. Slavery has existed since the beginning of time, Mike. Do you ever read the Bible?
I'm talking about America.
Do you ever read the Bible, Mike? Yes or no? Mike, do you ever read the Bible?
Yeah, man.
Does it have mention of slavery in it?
No.
The Bible don't say nothing about slavery?
Slave to sin, but not slave to people.
No, it says about slave, honor the masters and all that in there. It does have mention of slaves in the Bible, Mike. My point is, Mike, the Bible was written way before America existed. There's been slavery in there. Okay, Mike, who built the pyramids?
I don't know.
So that wasn't slaves that built the pyramids?
No, it's probably people that worked and built it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you need to do some history, Mike, because they said slaves built it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't care. I don't care about that. I don't care about that either, Mike. Are they slaves today, Mike?
Yes, they is.
Where at?
In those prison camps, like Louisiana prison, they got all those black guys out there in those.
Oh, they ain't no white guys in prison? They ain't no white guys in prison down there?
I ain't see them. I ain't see none.
You ain't seen no white guys in prison?
It's probably like 2 or 3, but it's uncommon though.
Oh, okay. It's only 2 or 3. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. And maybe they might have been dark tan when they got sentenced. Maybe they might have had a tan going on, and the judge might have thought they were black.
Yeah, he probably did. Man.
That's what it was.
It's a horrible state, man.
It's terrible. Well, won't you go down there and fight for their rights, Mike?
I don't want to go to Louisiana.
Why not?
Because it's owned by the French, man.
It's owned by the French.
It's owned by the French.
Oh, you don't like French people?
Nope.
So the only people you like are black people?
I ain't say that.
Well, you just said you don't like French people.
Man, I got a white girl, man. How am I gonna be racist, man?
Is she French?
No, she ain't French. She probably is down the line. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Why would you be with a white girl? Why ain't you with a black girl?
Everybody got black in them.
Why are you messing with the slave masters?
Cause man, I ain't thinking like that. It ain't like
Mike,
that.
that's the only way you think.
No, I said, man, I was saying Happy Father's Day to my fallen ancestors.
I know. Why didn't you say it to the fallen white fathers?
Cause they didn't get hung or.
Well, they got killed in battle. They got killed in to keep your rights and everything free. They died that. Well, why didn't you call up and do that, Mike? Why is it always got to be color with you, Mike? Why didn't you just call in and go? Why didn't you just call in and go Happy Father's Day?
But I can't say that without saying.
I know you can't because that's how slow your mentality is that you can't do that.
It wasn't that long ago. It was like 100 years ago, man.
Oh, was you alive, Mike?
My grandparents were.
No, I didn't ask about your grandparents. I said, was you alive?
They told me about it.
Well, I don't care what they told you. I said, was you, Mike, answer the question. Were you alive?
No, I just.
Well, then who cares? Then who cares, Mike?
My grandparents remember that stuff. She was born in 1919.
Okay. Oh, I got you. Is your grandparents still alive?
No, they're not alive right now.
Okay, so.
But they used to tell me how dirty they was back then. And
who was dirty back then, Mike?
And they said JFK was a good president.
Who was dirty?
All y'all, man.
Who's all y'all?
Them people that stopping Martin Luther King from marching.
I didn't stop Martin Luther King from marching. I wasn't around when Martin Luther King was marching.
Your granddad did, though.
No, my granddaddy wasn't up there stopping him from marching.
Yeah, they went right through Georgia. Georgia tried to kill them all.
Okay, well, my granddaddy didn't stop him from marching.
Them folks in Georgia, man, I wouldn't move up there for nothing.
You wouldn't move to Georgia?
If I move to Georgia, it'll be Atlanta where all the blacks at.
Yeah, come hang out in the crime-ridden neighborhoods. Come on up here. You have fun.
It's all good.
I know it's all good. You have fun up there, Mike. Come on.
I went to Atlanta, man. I ain't see nothing but black people. I did not see one white person at all.
Well, then I wonder why it's so trashy if there wasn't none but black people here.
It's a nice.
Are you saying black people don't keep the streets clean? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. Atlanta,
well, then why is it so trashy? Bullshit,
man.
Mike. I've been through Atlanta. Mike, I'm right here south of Atlanta.
No, I rode through Peachtree and all, man.
Okay, well, I'm right here south of Atlanta, and it's nasty. And you said you've only seen black people here.
But you stay over there by Clayco County, huh?
No, I'm right here on Moreland Avenue, right south. If you take Moreland Avenue, you run straight into the city.
Oh, you on East Atlanta?
No, I'm on South Atlanta. I'm right here by the airport.
I used to stay in Zone 6.
I don't know what zone this is. This ain't Atlanta right here where I'm at. This is DeKalb County.
Oh.
It's nasty as hell here too. Nasty as hell here too. Guess who runs it, Mike? Guess who runs DeKalb County?
Who?
Democrats.
I know. It's probably.
So why is it so nasty, Mike?
Because y'all throwing all that damn trash on them.
I ain't throwing no trash. I got trash cans. I have my trash. I got 2 big trash cans here on the yard, Mike. Mike, I don't throw trash out. I was taught better than that, Mike. I don't throw trash out. I got trash cans here. I pay to have it picked up. Why would I throw trash on the ground when I'm paying to have it picked up? Wouldn't I want to get my money's worth, Mike? Wouldn't I want to get my money's worth for what I'm paying for?
Yeah, you throw all the big trash in the trash can and throw all the cans on the ground.
Why would I do that, Mike, when I'm trying to keep my property clean? Why would I do that? You don't make any sense, Mike. Mike.
Talk to the sanitation people.
No, I'm talking to the Democrats that run this county. I'm talking to the Democrats that run this county.
Well, you need to run for office if you want to clean up.
You don't want me running for office, Mike. You couldn't handle it if I was in office. You'd be whining and complaining. You'd be saying Jamie's racist because I'd be locking people up and putting them in jail no matter what the color are. And you couldn't come and tell me you're locking him up because he's black. No, I'm locking him up because he broke the law. I don't care what color he is.
Broke the law because a piece of paper fell out of his pocket?
Well, yeah, Mike, if you're littering, yeah. Oh, you're saying it fell out of his pocket accidentally?
Yeah.
Okay.
You one of those guys that are overdo it. If something fell out of somebody's pocket, you will lock them up.
No, Mike, I would tell him to pick. If I seen something fall out of his pocket, I'd say, hey, pick your trash up.
Yeah, man. Hey, at least you one of the good white dudes, man. A lot of them don't play that.
I hear you, man. Appreciate you saying I'm a good white dude. You might get in trouble with the black people for saying that, Mike.
Nah, man. It's all good.
How do you tell a good white dude from a bad white dude?
You can tell, man.
Same way you do with a black one, Mike. Mike, same way you do with a black one from his actions.
No, when his face get red and he's
same way you do with a black one, Mike. Mike. Same way you do with a black one from his actions. I don't judge you on your color. Man. I judge you on what you do, Mike.
So if somebody went to jail for drugs, you don't think they'll save nobody out of burning house or nothing like that?
Somebody went to jail for drugs, do I think they would save somebody from a burning house?
Yeah, you said by their actions, just because he said drugs don't mean he'll help nobody out.
If he's selling drugs, he's breaking the law. He wouldn't go to jail for saving somebody from a burning house. He would go to jail for breaking the law, Mike.
I'm saying, what if you was in a burning house, but a drug dealer came and saved you? What would you say then? I
say, hey, appreciate you saving me there, drug dealer.
All right, then. So you can't go by actions.
What do you mean I can't go by actions?
Because somebody will help you, even though they do bad stuff, they'll still help you out.
Okay, but he's doing bad stuff. So he's not getting locked up for help. But Mike, he's not getting locked up for his actions of helping somebody. He's getting locked up for his actions of breaking the law.
Don't matter. Everybody.
I know it don't matter to you, Mike. I know it don't matter to you. You don't care. I understand. That's why this country's in the shape it's in, because of people like you, Mike.
Nah, man.
Yes,
I'm
Mike.
one of the good ones, man.
No, you're not.
I'm one of the.
You're a useful, and I don't want to call you an idiot, but that's what the term is you're useful for keeping people being victims in this country. You're useful because you always want to make an excuse for something. Well, okay, like we was talking about yesterday, Mike. How has your life changed or improved since that happened?
I mean, they starting to appreciate us more. We're not getting hung anymore.
Mike, was you getting hung? Mike, hold it, Mike. Was you getting hung the day before they did that?
Nah.
Well, then what you're saying is not true then, Mike.
Hey, we was before the Civil War.
Yeah, Mike, they used leeches back then too.
They use what?
Leeches.
For what?
Medical purposes, to suck people's blood out of their body. What is your point, Mike?
Nah. And those Tuskegee Airmen, they got stuff pumped in their blood to make them
Who did that to them, Mike?
Hey, the white people.
No, the Democrats.
Hey, them scientists did it.
The Democrats did it, Mike.
People like Fauci did it.
Exactly. Now, didn't you say you got your shot?
No, I ain't getting no shot.
Who? It might have been Tylen that called in and said he got his shot.
Yeah, no, I ain't getting no shot, man. That shit, it giving people heart problems, man.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you need to get your shot, man. They say if you old.
I'm good, Mike. I'm good. I don't need a shot.
I know what I was calling in for, man.
What was
I
that?
was trying to get a job up there, man. I stay in Fulton County, man.
You said no, you don't, Mike. You said you wouldn't come to Georgia.
Huh?
You said you wouldn't come to Georgia.
No, I've been staying up there for the last month or two.
Well, come on down and put an application in.
What kind of experience you got to have, man?
You ain't got to have none. We'll teach you.
Well, changing oil and shit?
Changing oil, tires, all that good stuff.
man, I'm gonna put the application in tomorrow, man. I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, man. I done sold all my weed.
You done sold all your weed?
Yeah, man. I gotta go back to California, but I ain't going this week. I'm gonna just do the right thing and get a job.
That's what I do. I do the right thing and get a job.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll be out there and put the application.
Come on up here and put out an application. All right. Thank you. I didn't hear no notification, Melissa. Want me to hang up on him. Now, Twitter does this violate your misinformation policy? LGBTQ people are literally being murdered at pride parades in Florida. But let's keep talking about cancel culture. Sharona Kimberly says 2 hit by truck that was aiming for Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz's car in person is dead. This is a terrorist attack against the LGBT community. She forgot the Q. She didn't put Q in there. Deliberate. It was premeditated. And Sally Somerton, we all knew this would happen. Ron DeSantis told people they could do this. He literally signed a bill telling people this was an acceptable form of counter-protest. DeSantis will be responsible for many more deaths before that law is repealed. Update, and this is WPLG. Driver and victims of Pride Parade crash were all part of Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus. Chorus president doesn't believe it was an attack. So the driver and the victim were part of the chorus, the Gay Men's Chorus. I don't know how that story works out. There's a gay guy that's driving, running. It sounds like a lover spat or something's going on. I don't know. Gene Simmons says Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Family is everything. Oh, let's see what that is. Stephanie Hamill. Jenna Ellis and Misinformed Mike liked Stephanie Hamill. She's engaged. Whoever Stephanie Hamill is, I don't know who that is. Pelosi wishes you a good Sunday morning. Pelosi's escaped. This guy's crazy. I seen him on Tosh.0. He did a thing with Tosh. So let's refresh the news and see what else is going on in the news. It is a Father's Day special that we're doing today. Gateway. Let's go back to the Gateway, see what else is new in the Gateway. I might have to go to the Messenger and see if we got some new messages on Messenger. That's refreshed. Pennsylvania polls for Arizona-style ballot audit. State committee chairman considers subpoenas for ballot audit. Uh-oh, Pennsylvania's poised. One state falls, they're all going to fall. Arizona is going to be the first. Georgia's on the chopping block. We caught them. President Trump warned Raffensperger and his attorney Ryan Jeremy about election fraud. New evidence shows Jeremy was made aware of election fraud on election night and hid this from President Trump. Remember that phone call that they taped of Trump telling them, hey, do the right thing. You got to do it. And they said, he was trying to make us do the right. No, Trump knew what y'all were doing. Was trying to give y'all a heads up to do the right thing, and y'all chose not to. Germany, and Raffensperger. Melissa Carpenter, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Sippin. Uh-oh. Boom. Who is that? Originally, Kevin McCarthy says Trump should not be Speaker of the House in 2020. Oh, they're talking about Trump being Speaker of the House. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Big Daddy.
What's up?
You know who this is.
Who is it?
You know who this is.
I don't know who this is.
Yes, you do. It's your favorite girl.
Yeah, I know who it is. What's up, Cassie?
What's up, baby?
What's up? What you got going on?
Just left having barbecue and in church with my dad.
You did? So you celebrated this morning going to church with your dad for Father's Day?
I did.
All right, that's great.
It was great. It was actually awesome. Enjoyed it.
That's good.
Then we had to go to 3 different restaurants before we could even find one to eat at.
Why? Because they're so full?
They're packed.
Yeah.
I mean, like, parking in the street. So we went to a barbecue restaurant before they even opened, and they went ahead and let us in.
Damn. Where'd y'all end up eating at?
Williamson Brothers Barbecue.
Williamson Brothers Barbecue.
Yep.
Well, that sounds good.
Oh, it was good. Did
Yeah.
I bring you something?
No, I brought me some lunch in there. Sarah made. She made me a peanut butter and banana sandwich and a turkey and cheese sandwich.
Well, Tylen said I turned you gay, so I didn't want to, confuse any of your callers.
Tylen said you turned me gay?
Yeah.
When did he say
Because you dislike me so much
No.
that I turned you gay. I just thought I would let you know that you probably missed that comment. And I'm a pig pen, according to him. Because he knows me so well.
Tylen's just crazy.
Him and Mike need to get together or something. I don't know. Neither one of them right.
No.
Not a bit. Not a bit. But I want to call and tell you Happy Father's Day in person.
You wanted to what?
Call and tell you Happy Father's Day.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Will you be good?
I'm gonna try to.
I'm going to go home and do some work.
All right. Well, thanks for the call.
All right. You take care. Love you,
All
Daddy.
right. Thank you, ma'am. Love you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Ashley, thank you for the Happy Father's Day. Terry, what's going on? Frank is watching. Tylen. Where's he at in Florida with Trump? No. Dirtbag Raffensperger and his aides secretly recorded Trump's phone call, lied about its contents to the far left Washington Post, and then deleted the audio in the trash folder. Tylen. That was about Georgia. And we still they got more video of, I played it today, of Ruby, the one that was cheating up here in Georgia. I seen a picture of her a while ago. Hold on, let's see. There she is right there. See that? She's in that purple shirt right there. Notice this table right here that's got the skirting on it. That her daughter, I think that's her daughter that's pulling the suitcase out from up under it. Now notice this table don't have skirting on it. This table does. And these boxes were up under there, hidden from everybody's view. Trump drops a bomb during phone call. Tells Raffensperger, vote scammer and hustler, Ruby Freeman was behind alleged 18,000 fraudulent votes in suitcase scandal. Oh, let's see that. We already talked about it before. And then they took us down. They give us a hard strike for talking about this. Same thing they did about the damn Wuhan virus, from saying it was from China. They give us a hard strike and took us down. That's true. Donald J. Trump, respectfully, President Trump, what you're saying is not true. The truth will come out. That's what Secretary Brad said to Trump. Trump said, I spoke to Secretary of State Raffensperger yesterday about Fulton County and voter fraud in Georgia. He was unwilling or unable to answer questions such as the ballots under the table scam, ballot destruction, out-of-state voters, dead voters, and more. He has no clue. Ruby counting a stack of ballots first time. They probably got one in here that says Ruby counting a stack of ballots the second time. Yeah, we need to find out the Gateway pundit was first to identify Ruby Freeman, her daughter Shay Moss, and supervisor Ralph Jones Sr. in the suitcase fraud scandal that was caught on tape and went viral online. And it says, has the FBI spoken with Ruby Freeman or Ralph Jones yet? And if not, why in the hell do we have an FBI? That's true. That is more than enough votes to flip the state of Georgia. It also puts Raffensperger on notice. We had a fraud. Now do your job. And he failed not to do it. Here we go.
Smaller number, you had 904 who only voted where they had just a PO, a post office
That's
box
Ralph Jones.
number. And they had a post office box
Pulling
number.
suitcases out from up under the table.
Not allowed. We had at least 18,000 that's on tape. We had them counted very painstakingly. 18,000 voters having to do with, she's a vote scammer, a professional vote scammer and hustler. That was the tape that's been shown all over the world that makes everybody look bad. You, me, and everybody else. Where they got number one, they said very clearly, and it's been reported that they said there was a major water main break. Everybody fled the area, and then they came back with her daughter and a few people. There were no Republican poll watchers. Actually, there were no Democrat poll watchers. I guess they were them. But there were no Democrats either, and there was no law enforcement. Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe,
video.
the black
the Trump talk.
Shield.
This is the call between
Raffensperger. Those votes were put there a number of hours before. The table was put there. I think it was, Brad, you would know, it was probably 8 hours or 7 hours.
10 o'clock that morning, I can't remember the exact time.
With votes. They weren't in an official voter box. They were in
They played this video.
Suitcases or trunks, suitcases, but they
that's
weren't
in
voter boxes. The minimum number it could be, because we watched it and they watched it for certified in slow motion, instant replay, if you can believe it. But they had slow motion and it was magnified many times over. And the minimum it was 18,000 ballots all for Biden.
Trump lost Georgia by 13,000.
They voted in Georgia, but
Trump lost Georgia by 13,000, I believe it was. Excuse me. Just more and more. It's all coming out. Now, people like Tylen and these people like this need to be in prison. These are the real criminals. I don't care if he's selling weed. I would much rather someone of this guy's ilk be put in prison than somebody selling a dime bag of weed. We caught them. We caught them all. Told them to do the right thing. Hey, do the right thing. They didn't want to. And Frank Luntz's roomie. Frank Luntz is that little fat guy that does, he holds polls. He does a poll. He's a pollster. A lot of times you see him on Fox and stuff. They share, they're roommates. Him and McCarthy are roommates. Republican lawmakers voted 145 to 61 on Wednesday in a secret ballot to keep Trump hater in leadership. They really, really hate their voters. Liz Cheney spoke to reporters after the vote and took a swipe at her Republican detractors. Cheney voted to impeach Trump and gave Democrats their talking points during their sham impeachment. Cheney then went out and trashed Republican voters and President Trump for the next 4 months before the GOP lawmakers finally voted her out of leadership. On Friday, Kevin McCarthy came out against President Trump as Speaker. This should come as no surprise. We don't need him being Speaker. We don't need somebody being up here. Far left pollsters predicted that Stone Cold Crazy Nancy Pelosi would gain between 10 and 20 seats U.S. House in this year's election. Instead, Democrats got creamed. Republicans picked up 12 seats and may pick up 5 more. For Speaker idea. So this is just an idea. So he was on Maria Bartiromo. Trying to see if there's a video of it. It says there's a video, and I don't see it. Trump becomes Speaker. Trump could become Speaker of the House in 22, and McCarthy knows it. So Drizzy's been saying something about that. So he's been hearing people talking about it. Spawns a wash-up singers attacked on Old Glory. Find a country with a flag you like, go live in it. Macy Gray. There are 195 countries in the world. 194 of them don't have the American flag. If at Macy Gray's life or anyone else hates the American flag so badly, they should pick a flag they like and go live in the country that flies it. So take your ass up out of this country if you like it, if you don't like it. She does look bad. What's wrong with her? She been drinking or something? Purple-haired anti-American SJW Megan Rapinoe caught mocking Asian in racist tweets. She said something about them. You got your eyes are closed or something. Hold on, ain't that racist? Now look how woke this girl is. I want you to notice something about her. See if you notice it. See how she's needling? See this man haircut she's got on? Look at this picture over her over here on this side. That's purple hair. Purple hair. Oh, and she's a lesbian. Angry Anthem Kneeler, Megan Rapinoe, the team is with me. We don't want to go to the White House, but we will visit Schumer. Don't nobody give a rat's ass if you go see Schumer. I wouldn't have invited your ass to the White House.
There they are.
Hi.
How are you?
Yes.
Megan, how are you?
We have them.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Hey,
Vice
look,
President
I
Joe
dyed my
Biden,
hair
Dr. Joe Biden.
purple.
Look.
I dyed
I
my hair
saw
purple. Can you
that.
see it?
I
In
saw
solidarity
that. That
for
glare.
pay equity.
Ugh, I love
And
that.
and you don't have purple hair anymore.
Can we
Honey, this hair is like 2 months into COVID and it is doing its own thing and it has its own mind.
Well, I actually hope this washes out.
Yeah, it will. It does. After a few washes, it washes out. There they are.
Hi.
How are you?
How are
Yes.
you?
This was her tweet at Tasha _Kai 00. You look Asian with those closed eyes. And I think this girl's got some kind of deal with what was the name of that? What's the name of that damn Victoria's Secret? I think she's got some kind of deal with Victoria's Secret now. Are they gonna cancel her? Her being racist like that? Talking about Asian with those closed eyes. What? That's racist, girl. She shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. Cancel her. Get a little taste of your own medicine. CNN's Tammy Luby misleads about the effect of COVID funds on unemployment. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Let's see. Florida Governor DeSantis to send the Texas people, Florida cops down to the border because they need some help down there. Driver in a rainbow gay pride shirt rams truck into Fort Lauderdale gay pride parade. 1 dead, at least 2 injured. Now, why would that guy have on a gay pride shirt if he's attacking people, crashing his truck into people in the great gay pride? Uh-oh. Maxine Waters. Low IQ Mad Maxine.
Boys, we're talking about the Oath Keepers. We're talking about the KKK.
What do you say to some of these Republicans, but some of these congressmen on the Republican side, as you know, Congressman Waters, are saying it was the FBI. Now they're saying it's the FBI.
They can say whatever they want to say. You know, one of the things we know is we need a commission. And they're opposing a commission to find out who all was involved. Where did the money come from to send busloads of people in? Who supported them in all of this? Where was the organizing taking place? I'm told there was organizing taking place right in the Trump campaign. And so if they really are concerned about why our Capitol was invaded and why there was an insurrection, they would support a commission to find out. But they don't want to know because too many of them side with them and support what they have done.
No. Maxine.
Proud Boys?
That's not what happened. Maxine, you damn well know it. It's not what happened. This was done in the Democratic Party, tied in with Antifa, Black Lives Matter organizers, to go in and cause this chaos. Now, there's a video that X22 Report did 2 days ago where they've got a picture of and they said this guy's a Fed. He's up there telling people, and they got video of him telling people to go into the Capitol, and people in the crowd going, no, Fed, calling him a Fed. And X22 has his name. I don't remember his name, and I wish I had that video. We'd play you that clip, and you can see it. But just check out X22 Report on BitChute, and you can watch the video, and he has it all on there. And it has the name of the person that's subpoenaing for the footage of the cameras inside the Capitol building. There's 45,000 hours. There's some kind of crazy number of hours of footage that they're trying to get because one of these doors was locked. 6 to 8 minutes later, it was opened to let people in. Some people did break in. Some people did bust windows. Most of them were Antifa, Black Lives Matter people. Like Mr. Sullivan. They took his money. They took his money. Oh my goodness. Just a bunch of garbage. ISIS-obsessed woman converts to Islam, plots bombings in New York City because of Islamophobia. So she converts to Islam. What's up, driver?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man. What you got going on?
I'm picking up a truck for Stevens.
Stevens!
Yes, sir.
All right. So y'all talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Let me see which one you picked up. Father's Day special. You'll tell Stevens, they'll usually give you a EFS check. And the truck should be on the yard, should be parked. We haven't done it in the past. Key should be in it. Today's the 20th, correct? Yeah, just send them a request. And like I said, I want to say it's right here on the other side of this bike. Just walk around. That's where they normally put the box. Ain't no problem, man. You can leave that stuff sitting right there if you want to while you go get your truck. Just bring the truck back around front and we'll get you squared away. All right, so we're back. So a woman converts to Islam, plots bombings in New York City because of Islamophobia. I'm mad. They're judging Islam, saying that they're violent. They ain't violent. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna convert to Islam and then come back and blow some shit up. That's what I'm gonna do. What? What kind of thinking is that? And women don't have no right to say shit no how over in Islam. So I don't want to hear it, lady. How about that? Michael, Christy. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, I'm taking a gaming break. We're trying to get to where we can do this 3 to 4 times a week. Now, Drizzy ever get up off his lazy ass and do something? Michael said Europe is stopping all COVID vaccines because they've concluded it's unsafe for humans. Duh. Tyler, yeah, how did you get? I was going to ask Michael that. How did you get here, Michael, if all your ancestors were hung? Tylen is a mentor as well. I wouldn't want you mentoring my child because you're teaching these kids that they're victims. I, on the other hand, would tell them if you work hard, you can do anything you want to in this world. You don't have to blame somebody else for your failures. I read all the time. Trying while you got your thumb up your butt. Here it is. What's up with Tylen and things in the rectum? Maybe Cassie was being honest. Good point, Michael. How many innocent black kids are killed in Chicago annually by black gang members? It's okay to kill your own. If a white man does it or a cop, oh, hell no, we got to burn down the city. Kelsey, what's going on, Kelsey? There are bad people in all races. I agree with you, Patricia. Fridge people. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you coming from?
Amy, it's Kendon.
Kendon, what's going on, man? Happy Father's Day.
Well, happy Father's Day to you, too.
Thank you, sir.
I was calling today because it's kind of some new stuff coming out in the news, and I want people to be very aware. And I know the majority of your listeners probably don't have any intention whatsoever of taking the vaccine. But I just want to bring this up to some people so they know what's happening. We all know that the maker of the PCR test said that it should not be run at the cycles that they were running it, that it gave false positives.
Yeah, I think they were running at 40 cycles.
Right, to bolster the whole, get the vaccine type thing that they wanted to do. Okay, the World Economic Forum. A lot of people may not know this, but the World Economic Forum had COVID on their cover sheet for years. So you have to ask yourself, what did COVID have to do with the Great Reset, the Internet of Things, global governance, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and those type of things? And of course, the answer is it doesn't, but it does. Okay, so that in mind, the very creator of the mRNA vaccine came out just this week. And he was saying that they are getting all kinds of unintended consequences from the spike proteins. He's saying that they're attacking women's immune systems, they're everyone's immune systems, but women's reproductive systems, and they're getting past the blood-brain barrier and doing weird things there. And basically, the creator of the mRNA process is telling everybody there's all kinds of dangerous consequences popping up, and that they should not take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Now, they're acting like this is all new news to them, but in reality, one of the heads of FISA, ex-head, because he has been in FISA for a while, his name's Mikey Eaton, was warning about this quite some time ago. He was saying that the spike proteins would end up possibly targeting the women's spions, or I think it's spirons. Anyway, it's targeting a particular thing in the immune system and within the reproductive system. But now they're finding out that it's not just the reproductive system that this stuff is causing trouble with. It's much, much more deep a problem than they thought it was, because it's getting past all kinds of stuff and going to all kinds of places within the body they didn't anticipate it going, and it's causing all kinds of problems. So I just wanted everybody to know, whatever you do not take these vaccines. If you've taken one, do not get the second shot. I'm not a doctor. I can't give you that kind of medical advice, but I can tell you that the people who created it are on video now saying what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, look, a guy that works for me, Doug, he has got, and he's an older gentleman. He's had both shots, and he got his. It was last week. He got his second one, and he said he was sick as a dog from that shot.
Is he getting the joint pains that's lasting? Like
yes.
People are talking about?
He said he was.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just going by what he says.
Right. That's what's happening. That's what they're saying is the immune system will start attacking your own joints, kind of the same way it would with the young person, what it already kind of does sometimes with older people when their immune system start breaking down and arthritis sets in. This is happening to young people that have had their second shot. This is just one of many of the things that are popping up that these gentlemen were talking about. And the irony of it is they were already talking like, oh, maybe they could create some kind of new vaccine that would counter the old one or something. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is. I don't understand how they get away with doing that gain of function shit. How they can get away with that is just it just seems too dangerous.
Doing it, period.
Yeah, it seems too dangerous to even be doing it.
The World Economic Forum and the WHO and the UN. This is part of. You might get a strike for me saying this, but this is part of the depopulation program of Agenda 2130.
Yep.
It's what they intended all along. But however, now they're getting unintended consequences because all of these things that they thought might just go to the women's reproductive system is starting to do other things. And, what a surprise, right? All these people have been saying this stuff for over a year. You and I and a lot of other people have been reporting what this stuff was going to be doing for over a year now. And telling you about the PCR test and telling you about the fact that masks don't go down to, a virus size of 125 microns and that they're useless. And telling you all of these things have been being told to people who are willfully ignoring all of it in order order to protect their fragile egos or to be a team player for the Democratic team that they want to team play for. Well, guess what? Now you get to suffer the consequences, especially if you've gone to get that vaccine.
And I got
sorry to say that to people.
Look, I got a hard strike for that, and they give me a hard strike for talking about COVID and saying it might have come from the lab and all that shit. Now it looks like it did come from the lab.
Jamie, I can't even go on Facebook. I was shut down prior to the election. I was shut down during the election. I was shut down during the certification of the election. I was shut down on the audit, and I was out for exactly 12 hours, and they shut me down again because the audit results come out. That and the fact that my nephew was one of those people that was there January 6th is being held as a political prisoner in the very country that used to give communist regime political persecuted people refuge.
Well, Putin
now holding the veterans, the two-tour veteran that he was of Iraq, now holding a veteran as a political prisoner right here in America.
Well, look, Putin was talking about that the other day, about how they're locking up people that were up there.
Being held right now.
Yep.
He's in solitary.
Well, look, X-22 report. X-22 report come out with the video. I think it was 2 days ago, where he's talking about somebody subpoenaing the video footage from inside because one minute the door's locked, 6 to 8 minutes later it's unlocked, and they want to find out who unlocked it that allowed people to come in.
They're not even giving his defense lawyers that footage, 1,400 hours of it.
Yeah.
His defense lawyers have been cut off from that. That's not constitutional whatsoever.
No, it's not. It's a miscarriage of justice.
Don't get it by now, but every single constitutional right that you have has been stepped on by this COVID, which is a crime against humanity in itself.
Yep.
If people don't start supporting Trump and his EOs that were about crimes against humanity and foreign interference in our election, and Trump was the one trying to tell you, hey, he's the only reason you have a choice. Had it not been for him making such a stink about people having a choice, you wouldn't have had a choice about this vaccine.
Nope.
They were ready to make you take this vaccine regardless.
They would have had to make me take it.
They would have had to make me take one as well, with what I know. But I'm saying a lot of people aren't that privy to the information, Jamie. They don't have the time that you or I have to invest in researching these things. People work for a living and they go to work and they come home and they take care of their kids and they don't have the time. So they've been woefully ignorant about all of this because the media has basically bolstered all of this stuff.
But they do have the time.
Kings own the media.
But they do have the time. They choose not to make the time to study things like this. They do have the time. They choose to spend their time doing other things, playing around on social media.
All by design.
Yeah.
Entertainment industry, your gaming, all the things that people spend their time on are all by design to have you where you are, which is woefully ignorant.
Yeah.
And it's not you, I'm saying people.
Oh, yeah.
Myself included. There's still stuff that I'm woefully ignorant about because it's the way they designed it. Granted, had it not been for Trump and it had not been for a certain number, then maybe we wouldn't know hardly any of the stuff that we know today.
We wouldn't.
But because of these things, we do. And, and I'm still very concerned, although now, I can honestly say I understand why he allowed it to go forward because he knew it was going to be them shooting himself in the foot, and the timing was everything. And that was probably that decision that if you heard him make about a year ago, when he said he had a very important decision to make, and he's praying to God that he makes the right decision. And it was probably this very decision about fast-tracking this vaccine, allowing it to be fast-tracked. He didn't do it. He allowed it. But it was probably that very decision that he was having trouble making a decision because it was one of those things that he knew the result of. He knows their game plan. The people that are backing him are military people. They know everything. They're privy to all the conversations that you can imagine.
Yeah, they know the playbook.
Data on everyone.
Well, they know the playbook and how the game's played. They know how these people operate.
Right, and they've been studying how they operate for a long time, and for the very reason of getting us to to where we are today, which is where people are waking up, and they're waking up in droves now, and they're going to wake up a whole lot more when they find out the reality of the vaccine. It's going to be something that it's going to be impossible for them to ignore it. And like I said, people are ignoring it, but what is the definition of ignoring things? I mean, it makes you ignorant. People are ignorant because they're protecting their fragile egos. They don't want to believe that they've been misled. They don't want to believe that they've been wrong. They don't want to see the things that we've been trying to point out to them. That the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization are basically ran by billionaire Nazi eugenics enthusiasts, self-professed Nazi collaborators. George Soros went on 60 Minutes a long time ago and said he was a Nazi collaborator.
Yep.
The Bush family, Prescott Sheldon Bush, he laundered money for the Nazis. This same snake has reared its ugly head again. And with true Stalinists,
you can't say the number.
Trump.
Oh, I didn't cover up that number. That screen is there for the game and the green screen. The number's still the same. It ain't changed. 404-363-0618. 404-363-0618.
Jamie, I wanted to call to tell people, please don't take that vaccine. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I used to be a Democrat too. I voted for Obama the first time because I made the mistake of judging a man on skin color, thinking, well, it'd be good to have a black person as a president.
Thank you,
rather
Bailey.
than the character of the man, the way MLK said for us to do. And I was a lifelong Democrat on the most part because back in the day, Democrats were good people. This whole party has been hijacked, compromised, and caught in dangles in the offer they should have refused, and what have you, the way mafias people do.
Well, it's been infiltrated.
Yes, it's absolutely been infiltrated, and it's sad that we're at the point where we're at, where people are literally dying because of that infiltration.
Yeah,
Good people around the world, because these Nazis and these depopulation enthusiasts, they don't have God's promises in their heart, Jamie. You have to understand, they don't believe in God.
Nope.
They're currently trying to build the Tower of Babel again, and they don't have any of God's promises in them. So they can't see that, with future stuff coming out, there's going to be future solutions that go with that. They think that they're doing the right thing by killing off as many people as possible towards their final solution they've written on the Georgia Guidestones in multiple languages. They think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're somehow protecting the planet from people. They don't see, when they talk about climate change and carbon as the problem, the only carbon they see as the problem is you and I carbon. That's what they see as the problem.
See, the thing that bothers me about them, well, this is the thing that bothers me. If they're so worried about the world population and they want to decrease it so much, start with yourself.
That's right.
You're all in favor of that? Well, okay. You go first.
What's really sad, Jamie, is these same people, these billionaires that are trying to
Willie, thank you, sir.
This plan right now, okay, the globalization plan with their Antichrist Chinese partners, which is they're already doing it in China. People don't know what's going on in China. I talked about it on your show to try to make people aware of what's happening in China. And there it is again. Some people are just woefully ignorant. They don't want to research it and find out what's happening. They don't want to understand that they had protesters in China right before this virus came out. Many protesters, millions of them. They had a real problem. If you remember, they had a problem in China. They had a problem in Hong Kong. And there was a lot of them protesting. Those protesters were rounded up with facial recognition software at the very moment this virus was let loose. And yes, I said it, let loose. I said it 2 years ago, and it's going to turn out to be true as well. Like everything else I try to tell people.
Yep.
They turned this thing loose, and the first thing they did with it in China was round up the people who were protesting. And I'm listening, everybody, I want you to hear this clearly. They were protesting their 80-hour work weeks where they cannot be 5 minutes late or not make their quota without losing their whole month's pay. That's what they were protesting. Those people were rounded up with facial recognition recognition software. Some people might have seen it on Twitter where some woman is screaming at the top of her lungs. She's being dropped off to the Chinese military. Somebody sneaks around there and gives her a shot to the neck. She goes limp. Okay, and supposedly they're rounding her up because of this virus, but then they turn around because of a nasty contagion, but then they turn around and they let the driver drive off. That doesn't make sense. People being locked into their buildings in China yelling fake out the window does not make sense. Them going through them same buildings with these big fog machines gassing people does not make sense. Fumes of sulfur dioxide, which is only created by the burning through medical industrial incinerators, seen from space in the same regions as these hospitals, does not make sense unless people are dying. The people that were rounded up as protesters for facial recognition software were sent to hospitals with locks on doors and bars on windows. Plausible deaths and deniability. At the very moment they roll out their program where you have to have 3 codes on your smartphone, which, by the way, was also built in 3 days the way the hospital was built. The program on the smartphone was built.
FES.
The scanning stations they have everywhere that a citizen has to scan that will deny or grant them access to travel, restaurants, and shops is all built in 3 days. That program that these people have to scan with their phone, the ones that are left, you get a green code, you're an elite class person in 2-class system, essential, elite class person, you can do whatever you want to. But if you get a yellow code, you're a working peasant. And if you don't think that these factories are crimes against humanity all by themselves, that they give these people quotas that it's almost impossible to keep up with this. It's cruel and unusual punishment to work in a factory like this. Trust me, I know a little bit about that. I've worked in a factory where it was cruel and unusual punishment to work. And these people they can't even not make quota without losing their whole month's pay. They were protesting, got rounded up and sent to these hospitals. Now there's 21 million fewer smartphone subscribers at the very moment that they rolled out this program where you have vaccine passports and social credit scores to force compliance.
But that's just a coincidence. That's what they want you to believe, though. They want you to believe that's just a coincidence that there's 21 million fewer.
They want you to say it's conspiracy theory or this or that or the other. Well, you know what? You go along, people keep on going along to get along.
Yeah, keep on going
along.
It's
like 1938 Germany all over again. They're using propaganda in conjunction with book burning. Only now it's digital book burning, and it's much more efficient. People need to wake up. I'm thankful that you're even here where I can talk and vent a little bit of this stuff because, I haven't been able to vent any of this stuff on social media for a very long time, and they attack me constantly. Why are they attacking me if I'm a conspiracy nut?
Because they want you to be quiet. They don't want you waking other people up.
You know the reason why.
Yeah, I know.
I talk to you enough that you know. And this is the thing. Look, we can either pay attention to what's going on around us at this point in time, or our children are going to suffer the consequences. End of story. It doesn't get any more in your face than it is right now. They planned this for a very long time, this globalization takeover, communistic takeover. They planned it a very long time ago. We're in the middle of it, and if we don't wake up, we're gonna be slaves to their system.
Yep.
Social credit scores where you can't even look at somebody wrong. And if you're a peasant and there's no chance of becoming a person who isn't a peasant, because guess what? They've removed the middle rung of the ladder, which is exactly why they attacked Trump. Trump caters to middle-class people worldwide with his family business. So whether you think his intentions are honorable or not really doesn't matter. He was trying to keep the middle class alive in the world. Why? Because that's his family business. Upper middle class people are who he caters to with his business. Now, it doesn't matter if you hate him or you love him. I can guarantee you, if you do hate him, and I never really liked him.
Come on and get it, Bailey.
Whatsoever. But if you do hate him, you mostly hate him because of the lies they perpetrated against him. Even right before the election, I was dumbfounded when I was hearing that fact, you people still don't know that's not at all what Trump said. When he said that 5 people on both sides, he was talking about the statues and the monuments, and some people want to keep those things. They're our history. How do you learn from history? How? By studying it and learning from the mistakes of the past. We're there, people. We're there. The same exact stuff that was done with Stalin, that was done with Hitler, that was done with every kind of communist
Hold on, Kendon.
crap that we've ever had to go through in our whole entire history.
Kendon, hold on a minute. Let me check with this driver right quick. Hold on.
I'm gonna let you go. I just want to spend a minute venting. I'm appreciative that I have somewhere to vent because they basically shut me down completely on social media.
All right. Well, like I said,
we'll say, well, yeah, that's why, because you're a conspiracy nut.
Look, like I said, we're Mike, Kendon, we're working on getting this where we can do it at 3 or 4 times a week now. So just stay tuned.
All right.
All right.
Hey, you know, I told you that I'd like to be a part of that in one way or another if it's possible.
All right, we'll keep you in mind.
I'm thinking that when people are waking up to all of this, it's going to open things up for you in that department, and I want you to keep me in mind.
Okay, thank you, Kendon. Hey, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, you too.
All right, thanks for the call, Kendon.
God bless.
All right, God bless you too. I'll be right back. Let me deal with this driver. Talk amongst yourself. What's up, bro? Crank up for you? All you do is recover truck for them? Ain't no problem, man. What am I here for? Just holler at me when you come back in the door. All right, we're back. Then we got Pence was speaking at Faith and Freedom. Let's see what they did to Pence.
It is great to be back with so many patriots dedicated to faith and freedom and the road to the majority. And I want to thank my friend Ralph Reed for those overly generous words. I'm deeply humbled by them. Ralph Reed knows me well enough to know the introduction I prefer is a little bit shorter. I'm a Christian, a conservative, and a Republican in that order, and I am honored to stand before you today.
No, you're not.
It is great to be back with so many patriots.
So they called him out for being a traitor. He gets drowned out by hecklers at the Faith and Freedom Coalition Summit, some of whom appear to be chanting traitor. Not Mike Pence. Yeah, Mike Pence. Dirty dog. And let's go back to this story right here. Biden's German Shepherd Champ has passed away. We told you about it earlier today. That's Champ. Look at the gray hair. He's got gray hair. Oh, Jamie, you got gray hair. That's platinum blonde, baby. That ain't gray. He's got gray hair. Looks like he's got a little sty in that eye. Can't see his teeth on that side. If he's missing any, but that's Champ. He was 13 years old. Our family lost our loving companion Champ today. I will miss him. Every time one of these dogs dies that one of these politicians owns and they run a story about it, somebody ends up dying a couple of days later. Just watch. Just watch. You'll see. Well, Jamie, you're crazy. Okay. Reparations program in Los Angeles. Oh, George Soros is interested in funding a reparations program in Los Angeles, according to a report. Well, that's good. Cough it up, George. Pay him what you want to. Open Societies Foundation has expressed interest in helping to fund their plan for a pilot reparations program targeted at a cohort of black Angelinos. Black Angelinos. If it's coming out of Soros's pocket, he can do what he wants with his money. I don't have no problem with that. Give up as much money as you want to. Childless CNN activist Don Lemon says parents have to stop making it about you when their children are taught critical race theory. Shut up, you love a white man, you dirty traitor. He's married to a white guy. A shrink who told Yale students she fantasizes about shooting white people in her head doubles down on her racism. Oh yeah, that sounds about right. New York Post. What is it? Sick bitches. Arizona Autos update. Dr. Kelly Ward, June 26th. More leftist lies debunked on Montana accountant and National Guard at the scene video. Let's see what it says. Oh, I love that video. Vernon Jones got that damn reporter. Why ain't this loading? I don't see the video. That was a good video there. Hello, it's time for an update on America's audit from the Republican Party of Arizona. I'm your chairwoman, Dr. Kelly Ward. A lot of progress was made at the full forensic audit of the 2020 Maricopa County election. The hand count appears to be finished with the exception of the Braille ballots. You're hand counting Braille ballots? That's how you read Braille ballots. By hand. The hand count appears to be finished. Requires a Braille ballot that requires a Braille expert. What? To be able to count it. Huh? What's that say? I don't know. I just feel a bunch of bumps on here. My cousin could read Braille. He was blind. Make sure that the fibers in the paper are consistent. It also involves examining the ovals that are filled in on the ballot, and they are using special microscopes to determine if those ovals were filled in by hand or if they could have been filled in by a printer or a machine of some sort. They are moving along at a very good pace, about 100,000 ballots per day. Paper examination should be done, I believe, by their projections around Saturday, June 26th, which is about a week from now, so something to look forward to there. Despite the good work the auditors are doing here in Arizona, the naysayers, they're still out in full force. Just a reminder, these are the same folks that tried to tell us that the COVID-19 virus did not come from a lab in Wuhan, that the Park Police used tear gas to clear Lafayette Square for President Trump, and that there was nothing, absolutely nothing to see here on Hunter Biden's laptop. Those are 3 good points. 3 good points that these people are telling you that the audit is fake, told you these things happen. Well, hold up a minute. We proved those 3 things you told us over here were lies that you were telling the American people. Bailey, what's going on, girl? You want to rub this bald head? It's right here. You sent me a message? Uh-oh. Can I read it on here? But those people telling us, I don't see it. I don't see it. Bailey, I don't see it. Thank you, Kelsey, for posting that to YouTube. Thank you. I don't see it. Oh, I can't read it on air? I don't see it. Send it again. I didn't get it. That video Drizzy sent me this morning, man. I'm telling you, I laughed my ass off. And when it comes out, I wish y'all would all go over and watch that video. It is, and you can see the work that Drizzy puts into this, doing this. Let's see. But they want us to believe those three things they tell us. What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chuck? Measures being taken. As an expert on security, he was extremely impressed by the measures being taken by the audit team compared to steps that are taken at the audit facility to what you might see on a casino floor. And the YouTube page is unofficially FES. Let me see. Let me get it back up here. Unofficially FES show on YouTube. I have it in my car. Don't let the kids use the car. Not unless they got insurance and money to fix it if they tear it up. That's what I'd tell them. I'd say when they come in and go, hey, I need the keys. Well, let's step in here to the counter. Do you got insurance? I need to see proof of insurance. I need a copy of your driver's license. Might need to go ahead and put a blank check down for a deposit in case you tear something up. We need to find out. Georgia's Dominion Voting System Implementation Manager Gabe Sterling negotiated a $144,000 salary increase for himself last year. That's a little short, fat guy. Next page. Abolish the police. Major liberal cities are refunding the police again amid skyrocketing crime. They said, what does that say? Kelsey. Thank you, ma'am. Macy Gray washed up soon. Amazing new website confirms YouTube is suppressing dislikes on Joe Biden's videos by as much as 600%. They got a picture of the video there today at 3:11. Says 10,000 dislikes. Today at 7:31. Now, what comes first? 3 or 7? Depends on if you're talking about AM or PM, Jamie. Well, yeah, of course. Well, if this is at 3 p.m., I'm assuming this would be at 7 p.m. Because you couldn't have this one before this one if this was the first one. 10,000 dislikes on the first one. 3,100 dislikes on the second one. How is that? Ain't that just amazing? Illinois town holds Juneteenth and Pride Parade, cancels 4th of July parade and fireworks. Now, are all black people that's associated with this Juneteenth thing, are they happy to be tied in with Pride Month? I reckon they are. Multiple individuals pushed tax ballots through tabulators multiple times in Georgia. This is illegal. Law enforcement did nothing. Shame on law enforcement. Bailey, what is it for game and what? You got some good oil for that head? Green screen fake news. The green screen's for the gaming thing. Oh, what's that? Kelsey's. That says Kelsey again. You know the number, Bailey. Mom from Soviet Union destroys Marxist critical race theory. This equity for all propaganda quickly ended with nothing to eat. Equity for all. You know, where everybody's equal. Then you got a bunch of people standing around starving. Rhode Island teachers busted offering students bonus points to defend critical race theory at school board meetings. Oh, how many dead voters voted in Georgia? Raffensperger cleans the voter rolls after fraudulent election. After the fraudulent election, you mean the one where they put Biden in office? That's the one we're talking about. There goes another one of those good suits right there. Now that mask right there will keep you from catching COVID. This one right here. Let me circle it for you. This mask right here. See how the suit's all puffed up? Because there's air in it. Now, it wouldn't be all puffed up if it had a leak in it somewhere, a hole, a tear. It wouldn't be all puffed up like that. It'd be making a noise. It'd go, where's that leak coming from? And you could walk in there with some duct tape and slap it on there, close it up, seal it up. Maybe get that guy with the boat that he cut in half, or cut that big window, put a screen door in there and painted that screen door with that shit, that tar stuff. You could put some of that on that suit and keep it safe. You back, man? Yes, sir. All right, he's back. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. Bailey, send me my message, girl. What you got to do? Just take this back to the terminal? You just got to take this back to the yard or something, and then off to another. That's yours? You're good to go, man. They know who we are. I got a bunch of y'all trucks and trailers right here. All the ones I'm showing on the yard are ready. All the ones I'm showing on the lot. Now, if you want to ride on the yard over there, just come around back, go over to that yard over there. They do slip in sometimes and don't come up here and log. But all the ones that are on the lot are showing up. Give me right Chapman one right there. Or you look, take one of the cards right there and just take it. You just don't have the receipt book for that's all right. That's all right. You put that number. That's a check. This is the receipt number, so she can tie it back into the receipt. They did with Miss Ronald. They got somebody. She touches base with somebody that's leaving. She's got a problem. And we also put fuel in the trailers while they're on the yard to make sure they stay fueled. All right, man. James, where you been at, man? I've been right here the whole time. For gaming. Thank you, Kelsey. Where you been at? Been right here the whole time, man. If I ain't been here, I've been over there gaming. ChapmanGaming.com. That channel, that's the web page Drizzy did for the gaming side. Just go to Jamie Chapman on YouTube because we game all the time. We're getting ready to go back over there. We will be playing Call of Duty, killing people. It's called I love the title, Father's Day Massacre. But James, y'all need to come over there and just stop in. Click like. Write a reply in there. We'd appreciate it. We appreciate all the support we can get. What the hell? Subpoenas are being prepared in Pennsylvania for another audit. Maricopa County Audit Liaison says they need to investigate anomalies. That's like the 52 ballots that were in the two-bedroom house. Bunch of people was living there. Panic in the Peach State. That's Georgia. Fulton County, Georgia defense attorneys file motion to prevent scheduled testimony of dirtbag Richard Barron on Monday. Now, who's dirtbag Richard Barron? Let's see what's going on in the Peach State. On election night in Atlanta at the State Farm Election Center, observers were told to go home early. We got a pipe burst. This event led to numerous questionable events. Ultimately, a video was released showing individuals going under tables and bringing out suitcases full of ballots. Well, them wasn't suitcases. Them were just carrying cases. I don't give a rat's ass what it was. It was shit up under a table that y'all drug out. Call it what you want. Containers, how about that? Full of ballots after Republican observers left for the night. The Gateway Pundit identified at least 3 individuals involved in jamming the ballots from the suitcases through the tabulators after the arena was cleared out. Ruby? Well, I think this guy's name is Ralph Jones. And I think they're saying her daughter. One of the individuals who stuck around was Ralph Jones Sr., noted above, whose son is the official spokesman for Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Warnock. Also linked to Stacey Abrams. Stacey, the gap. That's where you're going to find the truth. It's in that gap somewhere. It's hidden around in the backside. You got to turn sideways to go through the gap if you're a big fella like me. Some of y'all skinny people can walk straight through it. Don't touch on either side. Reach out to Fulton County Election Director Richard Barron. Richard Barron, Election Director in Fulton County, which includes Atlanta, also addressed the issue with the county's election officials in a video published online by 11 Live, the NBC affiliate TV station in Atlanta. He described sending instructions for the scanners to keep going. No announcement was ever made to leave, for anyone to leave. Barron said certain staff that they were cutting stations that were on the flattening station. They were extracting from the inner envelopes. Those staff left as work completed. I found out sometime, I think a little after 10:30, that they were going to sleep operations, and I told them not to do that. Let's see what he says.
Yes, first, good morning. I'd like to address this video yesterday because, and I'm just told too that Gabe, we've talked to the Secretary of State investigators about the video. We had talked to him about things that happened that evening already as well.
Excuse me, Mr. Barron, I need to interrupt and say, is the video you're referring to the one that Ms. Commissioner Hausman referred to?
Yes.
Okay.
And so and Gabe Sterling just, sent out something saying that they had looked through the video that was purporting to show fraud.
We watched it. I played that video.
And they watched it in its entirety, and that normal ballot processing took place on it. And that's what I want to address. I'll just address the timeline of that evening. The staff at State Farm that evening they began letting certain people go. No announcement was ever made to leave, for anyone to leave. Certain staff that were on the cutting stations, that were on the flattening stations, that were extracting from the inner envelopes, those staff left as work completed. I found out sometime, I think a little after 10:30, that they were going to cease operations, and I told them
man,
not
have a
to
good one.
do
Be
that.
safe out there. All right.
So when Ralph arrived, he told them they had to keep going. At about 11:15, they were fully scanning again, and once they were scanning, Carter Jones, the state election board monitor, he arrived at, he believe he told me it was either 11:42 or 11:52 that he arrived. There were media in the room, and one of the external affairs representative was there until approximately 11:15. A state secretary of state investigator arrived at 12:15, and they scanned until they had all the ballots that they had available to scan complete, and then cleaned up the room. What the video shows is that they have pulled out plastic bins from underneath the desks. Those are bins that they keep under their desks near the scanners.
We've seen the video.
Cut those seals that are on those, open those up, and pull the ballots out. They were still in the process of cleaning, so they hadn't sealed those ballot boxes.
You watched the video.
So they were able to just start right back up. But it was normal processing that had occurred there, as Gabe Sterling from the state explained this morning. And other than that, we've gone through everything with the Secretary of State investigators on that video and the timeline that evening.
Shouldn't be the Secretary of State's investigators.
We certainly want transparency. What he saw is what we revealed to you last night on this program, what appears to be Atlanta, Georgia ballot counters being told to leave the counting room. Then a short time later, with no observers, with no media, hidden cases of possible ballots are rolled out from under a table. 4 people, under a cloud of suspicion, begin what looks an awful lot like ballot stuffing.
And the media did pack up and leave at 11:15, but there weren't observers there at that time, and there was no announcement made for anyone to leave.
Now, wait a second here. That is disheveled Fulton County Elections Chief Richard Barron, but he doesn't have the facts right. The video proves it. At 10:40 p.m., not 11:15, 10:40, the media is packing up a half hour before he thinks they leave. You can see them putting on their jackets there. And by 10:56, they are long gone. And the Trump team has sworn witness testimony, claiming an announcement was most certainly made. In fact, even CNN reported the counting was being shut down due to a water main break that even election administrators now acknowledge was a leaky toilet. So someone had to tell those people to leave. And if you look at this table, there are ballots in boxes open and ready for counting. Now watch as they get packed up. Why would you need to secure them and then ultimately take out the mysterious ballots from under the table to start counting? It just doesn't add up. Elections board member Dr. Kathleen Ruth shows her skepticism in that Zoom call this morning with the elections chief.
It is interesting that these ballots were under a table versus being in the open.
Well, I think there's a. I don't know that there. I think those ballot boxes get heavy. I don't think they want to be lifting those things up and putting them back down.
What? It makes no sense. The guy's scratching his head. He just looks nervous. The guy does not inspire confidence. There were already ballots out, but even almost 24 hours since I posted.
They stopped counting the ones that they were counting.
Smoking gun video.
And pulled them 4 cases out.
A video now with
Containers.
2.5 million
Suitcases.
views as of right now on my Twitter feed. The head of elections, whose ballot counters are now being accused of ballot
It ain't
stuffing.
no look like Tylen. Tylen, if you was over on the YouTube,
I'll
you
have
could
to
see
review. I need to review the video. I have not seen the video.
Hold up. He ain't seen the video?
Please do is right. He hasn't watched the video that could upend the presidential election, and the guy in charge of the very people in the room.
You ain't watched
it? He didn't watch the video before updating board members this morning? That's insanity. And yet, Fulton County still certified the election. But you know who did watch our video? Our viewers, Stinchfield's Army. One directed me to this moment in the video. The woman in purple. After putting ballots in to be scanned, it appears to take the same batch of ballots out, straighten them, and then look what she does with them. She reinserts them back into the ballot counting machine again. The same set of ballots. Now, there may or may not be an explanation for this, but it certainly needs to be investigated by law enforcement, as the greatest political heist in election history may have just been caught on camera.
So where you at, law enforcement? Why ain't y'all doing something about this? Calls on those U.S. patriots who were asked to spy on oath keepers by the FBI and deep state to step forward and speak out. That's right. Oh, violence breaks out at Denver Conservative Conference as hundreds of Antifa militants. Hold up, Antifa's just that's an idea. They're not real people. Feeble Biden spends another weekend at Delaware basement amid calls for him to take cognitive test. You know, they kept doing that with Trump. They wanted to see if he was cognitive, if he had his facilities, if he knew what he was doing. And Trump told you. This is something else Trump told you. The 25th, he said, I ain't got to worry about that. Biden does. He told us this before the election. Trump knew how this shit was going to play out. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from? What's up?
Not Jamie, don't yell.
Oh, hell, I can't, Tyler. They done paid to hang up on you today.
Wait, hold on, no, this was...
They done paid to hang up on you, man.
Wait, hold on, this is what I want to ask you real quick. Because I didn't even get to ask my question.
All right, ask your question.
This don't have nothing to do with... This is about Putin and Biden. What did you think about that?
About
That's
Putin?
what I wanted to ask you about.
About Putin meeting with Biden?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask you about. You went off on this tangent about...
Oh, Putin knows he's got Biden right where he wants it.
Wait, what you mean? Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, so you didn't watch it at all? You ain't seen
I watched clips of it.
Did you watch Putin's interview?
Yes, where he was talking about how they were questioning him about how Russia deals with people that are against the government, and he said, well, y'all locked up people in January the 6th.
Yeah, he said he was talking about BLM too. But I'm saying
BLM was part of January the 6th. That's something else that's gonna come to find out. Black Lives Matter, Democrats, Antifa were all part of that January the 6th thing.
I don't. That's what I don't get. Why would they do it and they had already won? Why would?
What do you mean? Why would they do it?
They had already won.
Because you're being played by these
Biden
people.
Was the president.
Well, no, Biden's not the president.
He was the president.
He's not the president if they cheated, which is going to be shown. It's going to be shown. You're just not paying attention.
But wait, will we acknowledge that January 6th was the day that Joe Biden officially became president? They were going to sign it, right?
No, it wasn't January the 6th.
He signed it later that night after.
No, it was. He didn't become official. You don't become official president because you cheated.
If Mike Pence signs the paper, you do.
Well, what happens if they come to find out in Arizona that they cheated? What happens then?
They've been doing that since May, Jay.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have. They started that in May.
Is that when they started the audit?
Yeah, in May.
Okay, so a month. They've been auditing for a month. They said it should be over by the 26th. So what happens? So, May, if it started in May and this is June, that's a month.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold up, let's get back to counting. Hold up, let's get back to counting. If it started in May and it's June, how many months is that?
It's about to be July.
I don't care what it's about to be. What is it now? Right now, today, how many months has it been?
It's been more than a month.
Well, if it started in May,
in a few weeks. It's a month and a few weeks.
It's a month and a few weeks.
And a few weeks. Today is the 20th.
Well, I don't know the day that it started. I know they said it's supposed to be finished by the 26th. Well, that's beside the point. See, your semantics. What happens if they find cheating there?
Why haven't they found cheating?
Oh, they've already found it. We've already showed it to you.
Look,
We've already showed it to you, and you still don't want to see it.
In Arizona?
Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania.
You said Arizona, though.
Yeah, Arizona. It's already been shown.
Did you hear about the dude who was in charge of it? He took the ballots from Arizona,
Minnesota,
Montana.
Michigan. It's already been shown. Project Veritas did videos on this, showing these people collecting these ballots illegally, these mail-in ballots. Showed people being paid for these ballots on video, and you still don't see it.
Jamie, you can put anything on video.
I hear you.
But
I got you, man.
No. This is what I'm.
That's why they're fighting an audit. Tell me why they're fighting an audit. Why is the Democratic Party? Why is the Democratic Party fighting an audit?
They can't be fighting an audit if it's still going on, Jamie. I think
they sent lawyers out there to fight it. Hold up, they sent lawyers out there to fight it.
Look,
they sent lawyers to fight it.
Look, the people who were doing the audit, they were trying to look for bamboo in the paper.
Yeah, I got you.
Like at some point, that's why they went.
Yeah, because remember there was something about these ballots being made, these fake ballots, and they did something in Texas at the China embassy where the Chinese were burning a bunch of shit out back, but you don't think Chinese got nothing to do with it. Now tell me this.
Let me ask
the website. You stop. I want you to admit something. Why is this website confirming YouTube is suppressing dislikes on Joe Biden's videos?
I didn't hear you say it again.
The website is confirming that YouTube is suppressing dislikes on Joe Biden's videos, and it goes back to the point of
what website?
I don't know.
The website is reporting.
Well, they're showing pictures of the press briefing.
No,
there's 10,000 likes on one, 10,000 dislikes on one at 3:11. At 7, hold on, listen. At 7 o'clock, there's 3,000 dislikes. Where did those 7,000 dislikes go to?
You can't even tell me what website that is. How can I know like that? You can make it.
It's the White House.
It's the White House website that's reporting that.
No, it's not the White House website that's reporting it. It's the White House website YouTube page. On there, you got the thumbs up, thumbs down. Mine's got it over here on it. On the first one at 3 o'clock, it says 10,000 dislikes. On the one at 7 o'clock, it says 3,000 dislikes.
I got that.
Now, where did 7,000 dislikes go to?
Maybe the website altered the paper.
Maybe the website altered the paper.
Or the email or whatever you're looking at. I don't know what you're looking at.
Well, if you was on the YouTube channel, you would see exactly what we're looking at. Till you can catch up with technology, start supporting the show. Good day, sir. Sit in your prison. He said, bring it on, DOJ, and you will sit in our prison. Fact. That's what they ought to do. Bring your ass down here. They found false votes. They found dead people voting in Georgia. Raffensperger erased the damn dead people from the voter rolls. Tylen is brain dead. Tylen is brain dead because he's a useful idiot. He is useful. How's he useful? Well, he can keep stirring up people. He can't. If he was on my side, he would be showing this stuff to other people and they wouldn't want him talking. How many dead voters voted in Georgia? John Solomon and the Just the News reported more than 100,000 Georgians are set to be removed from the state's voter registration rolls unless they act in a timely manner. Georgia Secretary of State to remove 100,000 names from voter state rolls. Most of the invalid voters submitted change of address forms to the post office. For some mail that was sent to their listed residences was returned. More than 18,000 were removed because they are dead. Thailand. Now, Thailand said there was only 2 voters in Georgia that voted. Right there says 18,000 were removed because they're dead. Thailand. How many of the 100,000 plus voters were phantom voters in 2020? Proper list of maintenance. Trump lost Georgia by 11,000 votes. Well, Ruby covered that. Ruby and her cohorts covered that 11,000 vote loss. Because remember, they did the math on it. How many, you could do 3,000 votes per hour per machine, and they had 4 machines running. So do the math. And they did it for 2.5 to 3 hours. Get you a piece of paper out and a pencil. I would suggest Tylen get one with an eraser on the end of it, because he's going to mess up. Pull your left sock off so you can write this shit down. And you can, this little piggy counts for 1. Do the math, Tylen. But you don't want to see it. Why? Because you're a useful idiot. Congratulations. We're going to get you a shirt made that says, useful idiot. Tylen. Is it Tylen X? We can put X on the bottom of that. Tylen X. And I'm going to put a line that says Lax. X, Lax. Because you're talking a bunch of shit. Now, Tylen can make a mean sandwich. He ain't never fed me one, but he does make some good-looking sandwiches on his little channel. And they are some good-looking sandwiches. Now, I haven't seen anything else from my buddy Bailey. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it. Where we at, Jamie? Well, we're just about ready to wrap this up. We've been on here close to 3 hours. 3 hours on a Sunday. That's right, and it's Father's Day. So we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate all y'all being over here. Thank you for the love with the donations. Melissa, Sippin', thank you. Michael, appreciate all y'all being here. Carmen, hello. Kelsey, we're going gaming, girl. We're going gaming. Clip it. We're going to go over and go gaming. We appreciate if y'all come over, do a thumbs up, comment, say hello. We'd appreciate it. Show some love. But we're getting ready to wrap this up, and we will see you again in the near future. Good Lord willing, we will see you again. All of y'all out there. Give me a minute to catch up. All of y'all out there, all y'all fathers out there, happy Father's Day to all of y'all fathers out there. Every single damn one of you should be celebrated daily. And we'll see y'all later. We'll see you later. Y'all have a good one.